We're getting 80s up in here. Are you guys ready to work out? Oh, wait, just kidding. It's not that kind of show. How are you guys doing? Hello. I'm so excited to see your little faces. It's been so long. Some of you I get to see on a daily basis, but some of you I haven't seen in a long time. So I'm so happy to be doing this live. And I'm not doing it for just any reason. I'm doing it for very exciting reasons. Huh? Here's your first clue. I definitely, what would you call that? I gave you guys clues and hints about what we were going to be doing in Camp Reset 2021. Woo! Camp registration is now open. It is live, and you guys are the first to hear it. I had to check and make sure I was telling the truth. It's like, did I say it this morning? I did not. We had to go through a testing process. So it is technically not something I've announced. We decided that we would not email. We decided that whoever shows up to the live tonight would get first dibs. First dibs. So yes. And I am wearing my little 80s, kind of like, I would call this more of like a subtle 80s homage. Because we're going to have a fun 80s theme for Camp Reset this year. Not overboard by any means, but just, I'm going to do 80s trivia night. We're going to watch an 80s themed movie. There's going to be like little prompts and conversation starters to get us being very nostalgic and thinking about the 80s. And I know some of you may not have existed in the 80s, but I still welcome you into the 80s nonetheless, to put on your little imagination hats. Come join me. So Mr. Crafty has posted the link at the top of the chat room. So it is pinned and you can go peruse our adorable sales page that is launching a whole new adventure. We have never done a Camp Reset like this. This is like a very unique situation. Can I tell you about it? Can I talk to you about it? So let's do this. First, before I jump in, it's like a mullet situation, right? It's like, what is it? Is it business in the front and party in the back? Well, this situation, it's party in the front. So let's go ahead and say hi to our friends in the chat room first, because I haven't seen some of you in so long. And I want to make sure that I greet you properly. Because if we were having a real event right now, like it was just like a girls gathering and we were like hanging out together in real life, I wouldn't have even let you into the building without hugging you first. This was a standing rule for all of my events. Anywhere I went, I would tell them, look, they can't come in and sit down unless I hug them first, because they need to know how grateful I am that they are here. So this is my way of hugging each and every one of you. So I'm super happy to see Miss Sean Wildman. Sean, you were the first one. I think you jumped into the chat room like 5 hours ago. Just got yourself plopped down in the front row. So I'm very happy to see your little face. Hi, Barbara Kenny. Hello, Shanna. We're so happy to see you. Some of you guys have I haven't seen you for a while, but you used to like visit me on Bible time. So I'm really happy to see faces that I just haven't seen. Hi, Andrea and Canadia. Hello. Hi, Tamara. Hi, Rebecca C. You were early. I'm happy you were early. Hi, Venice. I'm happy to see your little face. Hi, Carrie Hill. It's been so long. Hi, Arlen. Hi, Marie Louise. Hi, Ginger. Hi, Sherry. Hello, Kathleen. I'm so glad you didn't miss this. I'm glad that your YouTube notification let you know. Hey, Cassidy. Hi, Rebecca Foster. Hello, Jaylyn. Hi, Connie. Hi, Heather Beagle. Hi, Cindy Myers. Hello, Dion. Dion, I'm so happy to see you. Hello, Cheryl Ann. Let's see here. Hi, Dawn. Hello, Shayna. Shayna, I haven't seen you in so long. Happy to see you. Hi, Sue McDonald. Live and in person, not in the replay club. Hello, Sharon. Hi, Victoria. Happy to see you. Hi, Miss Darlene. Hello, Robin. Robin, hello. Look at you guys with all the little strawberries. Hi, Jamie Rose. Hi, Jennifer Red Rose. Look at you guys, the Rose Girls coming in together. I love that. Hi, Penny. Hi, Mary. Hi, Stephanie Vincent. Hello, Kathy Dunham. Hello, Michelle Johnson. Let's see here. Going down. Hi, Liz. Hello. Hi, Diane Bendig. Hello. Hi, Karen. Hello, Miss Leslie. Hello, Vanessa. Happy to see your little face, sister. It was such a treat. to when I sent out that little message that you were the first one to comment on it. That just touched my heart. So I was so happy to see your little face. I have to tell you guys something funny. Hi, Angel. Hi, Edie. Hello, Angela Robertson. Happy to see you. Hello, Miss Lisa Whitney, Diana Finley. This is so great seeing all your guys' little faces. I know you guys are a bunch of working girls, right? That's why you can't hang out with me for 2 hours every day reading the Bible. You guys are adulting. I get it. Hey, Bonnie. Oops. I lost my place. Uh-oh. There we go. There's Bonnie. Okay. Bonnie. I can't remember. I know you have a real name, but PSCLA03. Hello. If you want to tell me your name again, I can remember. I'll write it down. Hey, Fally. Yes. 80s. Yes. So much yes, right? Hi, Laura Schubert. Hi, Lisa Whitney. Hi, Stacy Burns. So happy to see you guys. Hi, Lynn Hendren. Happy to see you. Hey, Eva. Oh, hello. So happy to see your little face. Thanks for joining my live. Hi, Betty Jo. Hello. Hi, Teresa. I haven't seen you in a long time. Hi, Holly Angel. Hello, Yvonne. Hello, hello. Sometimes my brain just impresses me that I can something will connect the dots. Hello, Jennifer. Oh my gosh, Jennifer says I want to know what this is. We'll talk about it. Hello, Purple Paisley Planner. It's been a while since I've seen your face and I'm happy to see you. Hi, Miss Nita Weston. Happy to see you. Hi, Hannah Baker. Woo, thank you so much for staying awake for me. I know it's 2 a.m. where you are. Hi, Jill. How I've missed your laugh. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you guys are here. Hi, Lorena. Hi, Roxanne Weber of the So Many Emojis. Hi, Felicitas. I'm so happy to see you. Hi, Mariana from Australia. I'm so happy to see my international friends. Hello, Mallory. Hi, Mary Barre. Hi, Kate. Hi, Wanda. I'm so happy. Oh, my chat room keeps popping, like it jumps up real fast, and I'm just afraid I'm going to lose my place. Kelly Johnston, I'm so happy to see you. Hi, Rosemary's granddaughter. Happy to see you too. Hey, Mandy. Hello and goodbye. Hi, Anita Yoder. Hello, JW Scrapper. Hey, Ray Naylor. Love it. Hi, Deborah Ramos. Sharon. Thank you. And hola, Betsy. I hope you're having a wicked good Friday. Hello, Amanda. She says she's new here, but she's been following me for years. I'm happy to see you here, Amanda. Hi, Doreen. Hello. Right? I got my kitty ears. I know kitty ears weren't 80s, but you guys, that was just a missed opportunity. If they'd had kitty ears in the 80s, would we not have worn kitty ears? I say yay, we would have worn them. I do. I think they would have been a thing. I remember as a kid, you guys remember those little bobbly little the headbands with the springs and they had the balls on the end? We were wearing the heck out of those. So why didn't they think of kitty ears? Why? Hello, Terry Kessler. Hello. Oh my gosh, this is so fun seeing so many little faces. Hi, Miss Paisley. Hi, Debbie Long. She says she's a brand new old lady here. Debbie, I love your attitude. I love it. So hello, Angie. Happy to see you. And yes, Yvonne, I miss your face. I'm so sorry you're not able to join us on Bible time, but I'm happy you're here. I really, truly am. Hi, NB. And yeah, Doreen says I used to have those bobbly heads too. The bobbly, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, right, Jill? Kitty ears in the 80s? Yes, totally. Oh my gosh, gag me with a spoon. Let's see. Stephanie says, I already bought my 80s outfit and it looks a lot like what you're wearing. Okay, so you guys, I'm so into this 80s thing. I bought a wig. Amazon makes everything so easy now. And as you may have known or already caught on, the 80s is a really popular theme. So you can go onto Amazon and get 80s accessories and type in 80s costumes and you will be inundated with all the things. So, but the funny thing is, and I was telling this to Mark, I never wore these. I was in the 80s. I remember being there. But I don't know. I didn't dress as trendy as a lot of the 80s things are that I see, I was like, yeah, this feels like I'm wearing a costume. But also, I made an attempt at trying to do 80s makeup, and I was putting my makeup on, and I think you guys would appreciate this. Is I was putting it on and going, I didn't have brushes. I didn't have an eyebrow pencil and all of like these like bronzer and all of this, spray to get it to set. We didn't have any of that. I don't even know how we used to put our makeup on. All I can remember is that our eye makeup packs, like the eye makeup eyeshadow. Like, what do we call that? Eyeshadow. They came with a little teeny tiny sponge tip applicator. Did we seriously just use that single sponge tip applicator to do what did you do? If you bought a 4-color compact, what were you capable of doing with those little sponge tip applicators? But that's what I had. There didn't have brushes. I never saw brushes available to purchase for that for like years. In fact, it was YouTube that actually taught me how to actually apply makeup properly. I don't know what I was doing with myself, but I didn't learn how to put makeup on until like my late 30s. So I was really behind. Really behind. Okay, I actually have more names here. Hi, Cheryl Casca. Hi, Sandy. Hello, Jennifer Gober. Hi, Jen. Hello. Make sure I got everybody. Hi, Jen. Jen Medeiros. Hello. Thank you so much. Ambi says I totally wore neon and bangles. Yeah, I had the little Madonna rubber bracelets. I totally loved those. I had all the black ones. Okay. Who else went to high school and college during the 80s? So I graduated in 1989. So that definitely puts me at the end. And I know a lot of you did too, because this is largely a group of Gen Xers, which is why I went with the 80s, because I think this will feel very nostalgic. Having said that, I also am aware that I have boomers in the group. So some of you ladies were actually being busy with kids. You are adulting. You are mamas and wives. And then we have our dear millennials who did not exist, largely. Kind of, mostly. You guys didn't exist. But that's okay, because I wish to bring you along nonetheless. I just want you to use your imagination, that you were enjoying time with us. So even if you didn't, even if you were being a mama, you were still alive in the 80s. You still have memories, and we can still benefit from your memories, because you're going to share from your perspective, which is very different from ours. We were little kids, teenagers, and you were already full on adulting. So I would love to know about what that was like, because you guys would have perspective of things I never even thought about. A lot of us weren't thinking about. We were thinking about boys. Well, we were running around thinking about boys. You were actually married to a grown-up one. And raising some of them. So I love that. I love that I have a diverse community, and that we can share and reminisce together and from different perspectives. So Jen says she is a 1988 grad. Deborah Ramos was 1983. This is a case for one thing I didn't have in the 80s was the need for glasses and readers. But I do now. Okay, let me see here. Laura is in 1988. Melissa Roberts, hello, is 1986. I think I need to sit back a little bit. Let's see. Oh gosh, I feel like a little old lady now. Try to read with my glasses on. I am in between prescriptions right now, so these aren't necessarily helpful. But Dion says she had one of those little tiny eyeshadow brushes. I had a whole lot of them. Oh, and you did all the colors on my eyes. Lovely. So you were ahead of the game with the brushes. Doreen says that she graduated university in 1981. Good for you. Jennifer, are you saying you graduated in 91? I think that's what you're saying. That's when I had my child. So just wanted to get a jump start on that whole parenting thing. Let's see. Where am I at? I lost my place. Oh my goodness. I just don't want the chat room to get away from me. I'm trying to stay on top of it. Okay, so sorry. Okay. Roxanne says she was the class of 1983. Sherry was 1981. Miss Paisley was high school 1980, college 84. Dawn was 1990. This is so fun. I'm learning stuff about you guys. Julia, also an 89er. This is awesome. Kathleen, also 1989. Rebecca C., also 1989. Jill, 1983. You guys see a pattern here? So there's definitely a spectrum. Some of you are like, I would liken you to, I had teenage aunts and uncles when I was a little kid. There's like there's a pretty short time span between me. So some of you would fit into like my aunties, you know, is that rude? But seriously, I had really cool teenage aunts. I looked up to them. I had really good taste in music as a kid because I had all these teenagers in my life with all very divergent music tastes. Let me see here. Rebecca, I got you. Lisa Whitney, class of 86. Bonnie, 84. Wanda, 1982. Mary, class of 90. And awesome. Mark said, Mark has to throw his 2 cents in. Class of 86. Hannah says, I only just made it to the 80s. I was born in 1989. You're a squeaker, Hannah. We'll let you in. Sharon says she was born in 82. There you go. Rebecca says, I was busy with kids. They were born in the 80s. I love that. Sharon was 1986. Leslie says, I was busy being a nightmare toddler. Shayna says, I barely existed. I was born in 78. Okay. Mary Barre, class of 97. Yvonne says she was started pre-K in 1989. Okay. Thanks for reminding me. Jennifer says, I was a baby and a little kid in the 80s. Aww. A Pretty Plankscape says, I was released in the 80s. I was released in the 80s. Oh, that's funny. I was launched in the 80s. Paper Dream Design says, my friend used to say to me, I created the ozone layer with all the hairspray in my hair. Another thing I failed at, you guys. I tried to tease my hair and I could not make it fluffy. I did not tease I know that was extremely trendy for us in the 80s, but I didn't really do much of that. So yeah, I don't have any of the 80s skills. I failed. So I'm not sure what I look like with my silver hair and my kitty ears and my plastic jewelry here, but I hope I look fly. Okay, Connie says the class of 87 fell from heaven. Is that what they said about it? Oh, that's funny. Okay, so Jalen says, I was a mom of 5 in the 80s. Oh, not old at all. Diana says, high school graduate in 84, college graduate in 88. So let's see. Cassidy says, I was born in 1981. Jennifer says, I graduated in 97. Sean was born in 1980. Liz says, is that 81? 81. You're probably okay. I don't want to be offend you. Are you talking about born, or you're talking about you graduated? We're talking about graduation. So you graduated in 81. Okay. All right. Maybe just make sure I'm saying the right things. Sean, you graduated in 80. I think that's what you're saying. We have a mixture of things that are happening here. Cat L, class of 1969. Angie says 80. She was an 87 graduate, right? Bonnie says, oh, the pictures I have, so fun to look back. Hey, I have a question. So I graduated out of California, and like I said, we did have girls with the fluffy bangs and all that. But I gotta say, the girls, this is my opinion, girls in the Midwest, when I see yearbook photos of girls that came out of the Midwest, they were the most bomb hair teasers of all time. They have like completely stiff straight, like they look like cockatiels. Some of the gorgeous yearbook photos I've seen, and they all come from some Midwest state. I don't know. Those of you from the Midwest, am I wrong? is that an incorrect observation? Oh, I think it's so funny though. Okay, I totally lost my place again. So I'm sorry if I skip you. Let me see here. Where was I? Shauna Robertson. Hello, hello. Class of 81. Sherry says, high school married and a baby in 85. Dion says class of 83. I love it. So you guys see where we're all falling in line here? There is a lot of similarity. Hi, Diane says class of 85. Right, Doreen? Aunties are cool. At least they are in my family. I love all on both sides of my family. I got really good aunties. So I have a lot of affection for the auntie. In fact, I was thinking about this. I have such cool older women in my family that I noticed that like in my real life, I always tend to gravitate towards wanting friends that are older than me. Always. My whole life. I just really, I don't know. Is that weird? Let's see, Elizabeth, class of 77, Penny, class of 80, Jody, hello, Jody, class of 76. Is that the year of the, no, I'm thinking of 74. Sue McDonald, class of 72. Hello, Miss Tess Fiore, you are class of 87. Hi, Esther, so happy to see you, sister. What year did you yeah, right? Love the 80s. Exactly. They're the best. Carrie Hill, 92. Bethany K, class of 82. Victoria Wyatt, 82. This is fun. Robin says all my children were born in the 80s. But see, you're in good company because a lot of other ladies have the same situation. They were already moving into adulthood. Opting in. Stacy Burns, class of 87. Beth Taylor, class of 94. It is, isn't that, Tamara says it's great that we are such a varied age group. It is. Yet we've all been brought together by different similarities. Oh, and the one commonality that we seem to share is our love of being creative. That is definitely a big part of why we're here. Hey, Rebecca Kilgore, happy to see your face. Right? So many babies. It's true. Serenity, happy to see you, class of 87. And hola, ladies. Lisa Uriste says she was the class of 1990. This is so fun. Like actually getting, like this gives me, I'm getting to know you guys because this is what I see when I look at you. You're a tiny little dot. You're a teeny little icon on my screen at all times, unless we've gotten to hug in real life, which I have hugged some of you. So it is hard to see who I'm talking to. So it's fun. Sometimes I have made assumptions about you guys and I am completely wrong. I'm wrong about your age. I'm wrong about like if I had to guess like what your hair color is or something, I would be wrong. So that's really fun to get to know you guys. So I have some other fun little 80s things to do tonight. But before we do that, I wanted to talk to you guys about Camp Reset 2021 because registration is open. Do you guys remember that? That was such a good segue because we're going to play a tagline game tonight. And I just did one from the 80s. What commercial was that from? Open. Come on, name me the company that had that commercial for years. Do you guys remember? Excelente. Yes, that is correct. Hang on a second. Okay. Shayna says, my hair is silver in real life, but pink in my mind. Right? I'm like the uber cool girl inside. Okay, the answer is Mervyn's. That is correct. Poor Mervyn's. They didn't make it, but yeah, that is correct. So it is open. Registration is open. It is clearly I am running a different time schedule this summer than I have in the past. Can you guys believe this is the 5th camp reset that I'm going to be doing? That's amazing to me. I cannot believe this idea that I had. It all started with self-care. I had just lost my dad and I was thinking about how, people go deep, I have a tendency, I'm a person who deals with depression. I have all my life. And so after a while you get to know, you know yourself, and you totally see the writing on the wall. And so one of the things I'm very aware of is when it comes to depression, I tend to go nosedive with like not taking care of myself, like eating really bad and those kinds of things. So I was trying to do the opposite, and I was like, you know what? I just really need to be in a good, healthy mental place this time, because this is going to be so hard. And so a month later, we launched camp, and it was very different, that experience. Like I didn't do camp that way after that, because it was so stressful. The way that every single week I'm sitting here trying to come up with ideas and get them out there, so that it was all emailed to you guys. And so the following year, our second camp, we introduced videos, and we also introduced a paid camp. So the first year was free, and we had 5,000 people participate. They downloaded. That was there. It was crazy amount of downloading. And then the second year we had a paid camp, and then after that they all continued to be paid, because Mark and I like to eat and pay our bills. So that's that. That's that. And then it started evolving, and it became more balanced. So it wasn't just focused on self-care, but then it started to get kind of more expanded with crafting and being creative. And then I kind of blended in a little bit of faith activity. And then so this year, which is our most unique and different camp experience yet, this is going to be based around a workshop that I created for you guys. And here's the cool thing. When you get into this camp, when you purchase camp, you have immediate access to the workshop classes. So you can just go like the wind. You can watch all the videos. You can binge watch them. You can get it all knocked out in a weekend watching them. And then you can start ordering your stuff. You can start working on your project. And then once we start camp, then I will do live workshops, which I've never done before, like that many. So you know how I like to talk. So that'll be very interesting. I'm probably going to have to be like very, very focused on my project. And then, so I can talk a little bit about the project that you'll be doing before camp, or realistically, a lot of you will be working on it during camp. And then we're going to make a junk journal, a small one. I want to do like a little mini junk journal. And you guys are going to get more extended time, more longer access to camp than you ever have in the history of camp. So it's going to end up, I think it's going to end up being really great. It is 4 weekends. So camp is going to be just 4 weeks long. And this time, all of the lives are on weekends. So those of you who work, you won't be missing anything. I won't be doing any lives during the week. They'll just be on weekends. They'll be Friday, Saturdays, and a few Sundays. We're going to have movie night. We're going to have a fun 80s trivia night. And we're going to have a costume contest, i.e., why I am up in the 80s garb is because I wanted to encourage you guys to get dressed up. And we're going to do it in a way, because you know how we've done like what did we do that? The spa night where we all put our little funny masks on and took selfies and posted it. It was hilarious. So I'm going to give you guys like a whole week to get yourself photographed, and you can post it. And then the night of our contest, our 80s trivia night, we'll do also a little costume contest, and we'll go through the pictures on screen and we'll laugh together. So you definitely need to be depends up. If the past is any indication, make sure you have pads on. That's it. That's all I got to say. So it was the hardest I've ever laughed ever. I was concerned for myself. There was places where I blacked out. I didn't know where I was. The laughing was incredible. So anyway, yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. So I am really excited for this. I think with all of the craziness in the world, I had it really heavy on my heart that, I want to take us back to a kinder, gentler time, a time where we were in a different place in life, and just really think about some joyful, nostalgic memories. For a lot of us, we were really young and 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 some of us were taking, like you guys have said, taking care of babies and doing stuff. So now here's the chance to be just the young at heart 80s girl, that you weren't at the time, but you can be now. And we're going to have so much fun. So much fun. This is really, really not like the other camps I've done. This project is very different. I'm hoping you like it. And I'm totally willing to talk about it if you guys would like me to share more about like what is the main kind of project that the Mini Me Adventure Workshop is, because that's really the hub of what we'll be doing. And it actually has to do with this cute little glowing triangle that I appear to have back here. But what I can do, Mark, am I allowed to move the camera? Please say yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move my webcam, that right there. I'm gonna take you. So everybody, close your eyes. If you feel motion sickness, close your eyes. Okay. Come hither with me, girls. Come closer. Okay, so they almost look like they're in a haunted house. That is not a poltergeist house. Okay, so here's my little campers. If you guys noticed on the YouTube community post, this is the girls that you saw in that photo being photographed in front of the lake. I don't want to move this. I can't. It's actually attached. So, okay, so here's my little campers. This is the little Fisher-Price A-frame cabin. So I'm going to take these little girls here. I'm going to scoop them up. Also going to grab my summer smash book, because I want to show you guys. This was my camp reset, the summer smash book that we made last year. I forgot how delicious that was. My goodness. I was flipping through it. Let me take those off.
If you want top down, let me know.
Okay. We'll get there, right? We got all night. Okay. So.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? How long? Okay. All right. So this is a mini me. Okay. So I wasn't going to I wanted to try to let the magic unfold in the workshop, because I do cover this. I do. There's a lot of videos that I filmed for you guys. So I painted these. I made all of these. I have a ton of them. I probably made like 2 dozen or more of these little dolls. They are so easy to make. Okay. So I just, if those of you are feeling like, she said painting, wait, she said, I want you to just pause. I know a lot of us are paper crafters, and that's really like our comfort zone. I don't generally do a lot of painting and stuff like that. I'm not a full-blown crafty person. I'm not interested in all the crafty things. I really like paper. That's my spot. But I got to tell you, this is this is more than we're not just painting dolls. Okay, so please hear me. This is not about just painting a doll and then you put it on your shelf and you look at it and it's cute and it just becomes part of the background. You are taking, this doll represents you. Okay, so you're going to make this little peg doll look like you. You can paint a little outfit on it, or you can use sticker or washi to put clothes on it. I cover all of that in the workshop. I literally walk you through from start to finish. I show you how you can buy store-bought figures that you can use for yourself, so that you don't have to paint if you don't want to. If you don't want to do that, you totally don't have to. I give you really, really good ideas and options. Can I show you one of them? Okay, it's right behind me.
Earring down.
I lost an earring. The story of my life. I'm always losing an earring. I feel like my hair is just always grabbing at my earrings. That's why I changed my earrings. You guys, on the lives, I always have these little stubby silver earrings. That's why, because all my long ones, they just fall right out. And I love it. Creating our legacy. # earring down. Thank you, girl, for having my back. It's like being the girlfriend. If like I had something in my teeth, you guys would let me know, right? Are we friends like that? Okay. Okay, I have to think for a second, because I've been playing with these dolls for so long. I have to tell you, I've been sitting on this project. I was not allowed to tell you anything. until it was done. Okay, so can I show you this? This is so precious. So Fisher Price back in the I want to say 70s, they did a Sesame Street Little People house. Like, you know, like that's the little A-frame cabin. I had the little yellow dollhouse. So they made Sesame Street. So you know how Sesame Street had Susan and Gordon. So look at Susan. Do you guys remember Susan? She's fab. Hello. I actually have Gordon too. So I have her and Gordon. Here's another character that I bought was Prairie Dawn. Do you guys remember Prairie Dawn? Oh, welcome to our little show. So I do have store-bought options to share with you. So please don't feel like you want to tap out because you don't want to paint anything. I did round up a lot of really, really good options. These are made by Lego and they're called Friends. They are different. They are different from the minifigs, which look like this. That's my break dancer. Hello. Did you guys know that we had a break dancer at camp? She's going to be, we're going to be doing a break dance party. So I do have her. She's on staff. You guys are going to get your money's worth this camp. That's all I got to say. So, I have to tell you, this is one of the most fun things I've ever done because I got to buy all the things just because I had a ton of photos that I took. I modeled these things. I took them places. I photographed them here and there and everywhere so that I could give you the full range of ideas and things. I painted some of these on camera step by step. I showed you guys how to mix your paint for flesh. Like if your flesh is not the color of a wood peg doll, I have shown you how you can get a color range out of different colors. I showed you how to mix paint for doing different hair colors. I even showed you my steps for creating silver hair, which is 4-color. It's a 4-color process, but I did. I shared that too. Here is one of my, this is one I painted on camera. This is my little I love the 80s doll. Mark actually made hair for her with a glue gun. So she's got fluffy hair, but she's not the only fluffy. This is Michelle Spencer. You know how she leads music and stuff. So we had that. I made that for her and I made a little songbook for her. So you guys, I'm telling you, this seriously was so fun doing this. And here's what I want to say. So the whole point of doing this is that you create this little miniature version of you, and then you take this little miniature version and let it live your life. You can insert it into like when you go out to dinner, when you go out to the park, when you go to the grocery store. One of my favorite places to tuck these little girls into is the grocery store. Or like I show you a bunch of pictures where I've taken them to New York City. I've taken them, you'll see, I show you tons of pictures where I have photographed my dolls in different places. And this is something I actually started doing like 11 years ago, before I was the Reset Girl, before we had smartphones. I actually used one of those, the clunky DSLR cameras. This gave me so much joy in a time where I was so brokenhearted. When I call myself the Reset Girl, I started doing this during my reset period. And it just gave me something so positive to focus on. It made me get out of the house and like go do things. When you're all alone and you don't have someone to hold the camera and take pictures of you, when you want to go out, but you feel awkward because you're alone, this gave me something to focus on, and it turned me into a better photographer. It made me adventurous. It made me start looking at the world differently. Literally, like just every little facet of my surroundings, I would look at it as a potential for a photograph. And it would be incredible that when you focus in on something so little, the background, different things in nature, patterns, textures that surround you can look so different on camera when they're the background of something so little. Of all the things I've done in my life, this was really like the first creative thing I did. It strengthened so many skills for me, like styling photos. So when Instagram came around and I jumped into the planner community, I think that's why I took to it so well, is because I really started to hone those photography skills. And I had these on my if you go back, no, I'm not suggesting that anyone needs to do this because I have like 3,000 posts on my Instagram. But if you go back in time, you can see me and Mark. I made a Mark doll. I took them when we got engaged in New York City. I shared them on my Instagram, like before, I had anyone paying attention to me. I use these a lot, and I did end up sharing them on my Instagram at different times. And I never explained what they were or the significance of them. So this whole workshop is about that. And it's about helping you to strengthen some skills maybe you don't feel really confident in. So we're going to make dolls. I'm going to show you some super basic paint techniques because I'm not a gifted artist of any kind. So I shared with you the stuff that I figured out how to do so you can have a decent looking little doll. And then I share all my photography tips with you. I share styling tips with you. I share ideas and ways you can pose them. And I provide prompts. So you have ideas to go, follow a prompt list, and that will help you. You're not starting with a blank slate. And I even show you every single photo that I took based on the prompts. So I show you every single one that I did and how I interpreted it. And then I share with you editing tips. So not only like better camera taking tips, but then I share with you my favorite photo editing tips using an app on your phone that works for Android and for Apple and desktop and is super simple. And I show you how you can create really cool retro photos or cool, like the little white frame going around them. And then when we start once we get launched here, right before camp, I have a live workshop where I'm going to show you how I had my photos printed. And I had them printed 4 different ways. 2 of the ways was online printing, like having a company online do it for free. So I got free photos printed, and then I have 2 pocket printers. So I'm going to show you the results of all of them so that you can see the quality. And then in camp, we're going to take all these fabulous photos and then we're going to turn them into a precious junk journal. We're going to add all the ephemera, all the gorgeousness, and then we're going to add journaling and make it funny. We're going to like tell little stories about what these crazy little campers are doing. And I know you guys are going to post stuff, outdo each other with all your, it's kind of like if you've ever seen Elf on the Shelf and the funny ways that parents will pose their little elf that is running rampant around the house. You can use that as a springboard or example. You guys can take photos. Like we're going to always encourage you to post your photos. You can take photos from each other if you want to share in your book, and you will be able to purchase my photos. So even if you don't want to do the photo taking yourself, you don't want to do all that, I am going to make mine available so that you can just print mine out and stick them in your book. So here's the thing. If that doesn't sound like fun, like something you want to focus on yourself, like you feel like, well, that sounds silly. I don't really want to have a little me running around. If you have a child or a grandchild, please consider what an amazing gift that would be to make a little mini me of them and take pictures of them having adventures. And then you could turn that into a junk journal and present that to them as a birthday or a Christmas gift with the little mini me. They would treasure that forever. And do not underestimate how fathers and husbands and children can get in on this. They will be really excited to help you. My mom has, my husband has, my dad did. When this becomes like a fun little adventure, something that you're really they're going to want to have their own little mini me. Don't be surprised if your husband's not trying to help you find a place to take a picture of your mini me. It can be a really fun little extra fun thing that you guys do as a family when you go on vacation. And when you're done with your mini me, you can have a little frame. I'm going to show you how to have a cute way of housing them, if you will. So, right, Julie? She says, I'm excited to see what Dion comes up with. So that is you can make one of your husband, right? You can make one of your husband if you want to, and have him go on adventures and give that to him as a gift. You can tell little stories about things he does for you that you love so much. So it doesn't have to be about you if that doesn't excite you. I want you to like think outside of the box about what a precious little gift that would be. And like, again, if you don't want to paint the doll and go through that, there are other solutions, and I show them to you. I have tons of links, you guys. I combed the internets so that you had lots and lots of links. I have shared links for all of my best tools, my supplies. I went and hunted stuff down. There is so much good ephemera. I've shared with you all my best and favorite places I shop for ephemera. Yes, I did. I shared the tips. So it's going to be amazing. And then when we have camp, we'll be having, we're going to be having it on the Mighty Networks platform, which is new. But if you're in the clubhouse, it will feel incredibly, it's the same. So you can toggle back and forth. If you're in the club membership, you can just be in the clubhouse, and then you can toggle over to camp very, very easily all in the same app. So the platform we're using to interact on camp is wonderful. It's wonderful. It's better than Facebook. It's better than anything we've used thus far. So I'm very excited. So I shared with you guys what that was called. I did a search for you. Like, I saved the search I did. I saw lots of options. I paid a lot for that because mine was like all the pieces and the box. But I saw versions of it online where it was just the cabin and it was $30 plus shipping. So it is vintage, and they're not common. They're kind of on the more rare side. So right? Exactly, NB. Don't challenge me to research. So I tried to take all the guesswork out of this for you, and just I came at you hard with the links this year, okay? Because I know you guys are about the links, and it does save time. I ferreted out a lot of different things that I thought would be helpful, and I even told you, I gave you a quick start guide, because I know sometimes you get really eager to get your stuff ordered. So I even tell you in the workshop which 2 videos you need to watch first before you do anything else. Before you order anything, at least watch these 2 so that you know which direction do you want to go, store-bought, or do you want to make one. And I gave you guys really good resources for paints. I definitely thought this through from a budget friendly perspective. I tried to pick things that you could use, products from all the camps we've done. You know, like I'm a kind of a one-trick pony when it comes to the junk journal. So you're going to hear me say the same things. The pockets, which are harder to find. I don't know what's going on in the pocket world, but the smaller size pockets are much harder to find. But I did round up really good resources for you, and gave you lots of materials that we've used in previous camps so that you could try to use the same stuff that you've been pulling from. And then I even threw in some new stuff that I ordered this year, because I always like working with fresh stuff. So I did that too. So yeah, right, Lisa? Exactly. And I even mentioned that in my resource list is like, hey, you can find this kind of stuff in thrift stores, yard sales. This is the kind of material that you'll find easily. So yeah, that's it. That's it, everybody. These fun little containers I have for all of my dollhouse accessories. You guys, come on. I just feel like this is the community that was made for this project. You guys are going to want all the little things. There is some stinking cute little dollhouse miniatures. Hello, can I introduce you to this teeny tiny little Coke? Have a Coke and a smile. And it comes with a little, I want to say it comes with, because I don't remember if it comes with, but I have a tiny little glass with teeny tiny little ice cubes and a little bitty straw, which I'm having a hard time. So have a little glass of something to sip. So camp will officially start September 3rd. So here's the best part. Are you guys ready? We've never done this before, but we're doing it this year. So not only do you get access to the mini me project all up front. But when camp ends, it'll only be on weekends, 4 weekends of lives. When it ends on September 26th, you guys will continue to have access to everything until October 31st. So you're getting a whole extra month to be able to watch all the videos, finish your projects, get all your things photographed, printed, get your junk journal done so that you can walk out of camp with a finished project. Huh? Pretty awesome. So you guys will be able, so don't feel like when things get going and I start doing the lives that you're behind, because you're getting a whole bunch of extra time you've never gotten before. So I have to get these workshops filmed. So technically you don't, I mean, coming to them is about fellowship for you guys, but don't feel like if you missed the workshop, now you're out of the loop, because you're just going to get to watch that workshop as a replay later when you're ready to watch it. So I really feel like this is the best of all the worlds in which that we try to create at camp. You're getting upfront classes that you can watch at your own pace and do what you need to do. And then when camp starts, I'll just start rolling out the other part of the project, which is the junk journal. So maybe if that's all you want to do is the junk journal part, like for now during camp, you can just work on a junk journal and it will be more like an art journal, and you can add the photographs later at your leisure. So I think it's going to work really well this way. And we'll go ahead and, you know, have our extra little fun things, like we're gonna have a spa day, like, and I got myself a really nice mask. I'm not wearing some little animal mask this year. I got myself some good stuff. So I'm gonna be wearing, I'm gonna be doing that. So we're gonna have a spa day. We're gonna have our movie, and I picked 2 movies, and I was gonna let you guys vote, but for the life of me, I can't remember what the second one was, and I don't know what I did with it. So I think I'm going to have to go a different way. And Mark, is there a registration close date? I actually don't know much about some of the details. I'll be honest. Mark?
Yeah.
What was the close date?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we'll have a little conversation about that. Maybe we can extend it. To be honest, we didn't really have a conversation about that detail. And since we're kind of extending things the way we are and staggering things, in a way, maybe it's, you know, it's more open to that. So we'll have a conversation about that. So anyway, okay, so yes, I'll have a conversation. So we'll circle back to that. I wasn't aware of that. All right. So anyway, also, can I show you guys my spa girl? How cute is that? That is my attempt. I was trying to figure out, how do I put a towel on her head? So I rolled out a circle of polymer clay, and then I wrapped it around her little head, because that's how we all do, right? Don't we all put a towel around our head? And then I gave her a little pink beauty mask. So she's my little spa girl. So you'll see a lot of these girls. You'll see a lot of them. They're in a lot of the photos, and you'll get to see them up close and personal, and they'll be hopefully inspiring to you. They're kind of they were my what do you call it? They were sort of like my models to kind of demonstrate to you ideas and ways you can photograph. And I really tried to like think through, because, you know, not all of us look at things the same way. We all have different ways of seeing things. So maybe if you and I went out somewhere, you wouldn't see things that I see, just like I won't see things like you do. So it can be helpful when someone who looks at things differently shows you, like, here's ideas from my perspective. You might go, oh, I never even thought of that. I would never think of doing that. I would never get down on the ground and take a picture like that. Where I try to convince you that you need to. So if you have a good pad, like to kneel on or lay down on, that's what I would suggest. For some of the photos are wicked cute when you get down to their eye level. And it can be done. And if you don't, in some cases, you know, you get at their level. Maybe you put them up on a shelf and take a picture of them, but getting right there on their level, they just turn into just adorableness. Okay, so anywho, hi Michelle. Right? She says, I love how you're whispering this like he's not listening. Computer. He's right through that. Is that? Yeah, it's a slider door, right? And then he's not hearing anything I'm saying right now on the screen. So anyway, I'll do my best. Okay. I wasn't aware of it. So we'll just, you know what this means. So anyway, hey, Faylene. Okay. So Tamara, if you want to wear those animal masks, you wear an animal mask. Definitely. You do it. I actually have one. I do. I think I have the little tiger. I bought a bunch at one time. So I think these are the leftovers from all the the camps we've had. So I might have one. Maybe I'll put it on and then I'll put my good mask on. Spa day is just like, it's a luxurious day. So it's like, you know, to have fun. So anyway, I love your enthusiasm. Yes, right, Melissa? I can't wait to make a Faith mini me. Aw. And there you go, Shauna. She says, about to head down the miniatures and dollhouses rabbit hole. I'm just saying, steady yourself, because the world of miniatures is so much more advanced than I remember. And that's definitely a category where you can end up spending a ton of money. Right. So I did try to find you guys really good resources on Etsy, like really, because you don't really, okay, first of all, you don't need props, but if you decided to go the prop route, I wanted to give you some like good sources. And the one that I shared with you, my favorite, I did buy quite a few things from her. I really liked her store. I liked the quality. She actually made some of the little miniatures. Hi, Lima. I'm so happy to see you. She's with her Hi, Aaron and Michael. So maybe Aaron and Michael need little mini-me's. So yeah. Hi, EJ. I hope that this is inspiring you guys and you're thinking of like who you want to make a mini-me of, making one for yourself. And I just really feel like you guys are the group that's going to just run with this. A lot of us love the cute little stuff, right? That's just our inner kid. I don't care how old you are. There's a lot of us who are into the little cute things. And she plans a latte. This right here is made by Fisher Price. It's a Fisher Price A-frame cabin. So let's open up something I got together, shall we? So Lego makes these cute little they're called minifigs. They look like this. This one I got off of Amazon. And they have different little characters. So I showed you guys the breakdancer. So I wanted one of these so bad. So I'm going to have to take a picture now, because otherwise it was just a waste of money. But this is fun. It's like an unboxing. It's an unbagging, if you will, an unpackaging. Here, I'll give you guys some mood music while I'm doing this. Did I lose my volume? It's like, did it sleep on me? Oh, interesting. It was on earlier. Huh. Mark Speaker. Literally, Mark Speaker. We have a speaker down. A speaker is down. Uh-oh, I can feel him moving. There's like a little earthquake as he's walking back here.
Get it?
No.
Was it your monitor?
Yeah, I'm using my cheap little monitor speakers. Okay, let me build her. And then I'll show you. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. So you guys might decide I'm a minifig. You might be feeling the minifigs. They're incredibly customizable. Like, so with minifigs, you can, I'm sure some of you have kids and have seen, but Like you can choose their head, their feet, their clothes, their hair, their skin color. You have control of all aspects of them. This one came as like a little kit, so it's definitely a character. I just took one look at her and I said, oh gosh, we need her for camp. And she is so 80s. I don't know exactly what this is. What is this? Han, do you guys like this groovy 80s music? But I should probably say radical 80s music. Isn't that funny how it just died and said, nope, not today. I don't know what that is, so I'm going to skip it. Yeah, I don't know what any of that is. It's not working together. Okay, are you guys ready? It's a little aerobics instructor. Isn't she cute? Let me see if I can make her get more clear. I don't know how to hold stuff in a way that will make it clear, but is that helpful? She's so fuzzy. How do you hold? Oh, there we go. There we go. Camera locked on. How cute is she? Huh? Do you feel like you want to get your jazzercise on right now? Come on, everybody. That's what we're going to have. Jazzercise on the back lawn. And you guys, we have a whole new camp for you. Like literally, we're having a new camp map created. So you're going to be at a new camp this year. All new. Super fresh, right? Oh, I'm getting closer to having this. I don't know what this is. It's like it looks like it's supposed to be like a little, some kind of water bottle but it feels like it's missing something. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. The madness. I don't know what's happening. All right, I lost my chat room. Let me get down here. Okay. All right. So anyway, Shauna says, I remember doing Richard Simmons workouts. I did one of his too. I also did Jane Fonda. Yes. So Serenity, it wasn't a mystery. This particular seller lets you purchase exactly the, actually quite a few of the sellers that I noticed let you pick your little character. So it just comes in this really simple package. My break dancer came in one of these too. So it wasn't a surprise, although from the packaging, it totally looks like it would be. They added that little label to it. And she wasn't, I don't know, I want to say she was like $8. She's cute. But I had to have her. It's camp. It's camp, right? We need to have jazzercise at our 80s camp. I want to say so like $8. Okay. But I had to have her. It's okay. Camp. I can't listen to myself. Camp, right? Why am I talking? Jazzercise at our 80s camp. So like $8. Okay. But I had to have her. Don't listen. Don't listen. I can't listen to myself. Right? How do I make myself be quiet? Okay. Don't listen. Don't listen. Okay. I just had to stop talking. All right. Okay. So Jane Fonda workout. Yes. Diana says I had the VHS tapes. And Serenity, they even have roller skates. Oh, wait, where did I see it? There is a little roller derby girl. There's a little roller skating roller derby girl. Like she looks like she's gonna cut you. And I've seen a picture of it on Pinterest. The photographer took the little minifig next to a skate, and I was like, see, other people probably do that. It's not just me. So yay, Amy! I'm so glad you signed up for camp. Okay. So camp registration is live. It's pinned to the top of this chat room. And you have immediate access to the content of the workshop. And then on September 3rd, the rest of the camp content will go live. And that includes the printable stuff, the camp map, all of the other components of camp that you guys are used to. And cabins. So we are going to, this platform is a little different than the one we used before. So it's a little bit more limiting. So we are starting out with 6 pre-made cabins. So I'm going to set up 6 themed cabins. Miss Michelle is helping me with that project. So we're starting off that way, and we're looking for, I said 6, but I think I mean 8. And so we're looking for 8 camp leaders, volunteers who would be interested in just kind of being like the cheerleader of the cabins. In the past, some of you guys have loved that aspect of camp and just having a cabin. I don't think I'm as clear about the how that functionality works on Mighty Networks. So I think that's why I sort of pushed for the direction of, let's just create them and let people come in, and then we'll see how that goes. And so if it seems like it's working okay, then maybe we might let there be people can start one, but it probably won't be like camps in the past where you had a ton of cabins. I get the feeling that would be a little chaotic in this platform, but other than that, everything else is the same. See, there you go, Christy. She says, my kids also take their Lego minifigs everywhere and take pictures of them in the snow and at the beach and post on Lego Life, which is like Facebook for minifigs. There you go. See, so there. I hope that makes you guys feel better. Hi, Stephanie Murphy. And hello. Oh, wait, did I miss somebody else? One second. Stephanie Murphy. Let me go back. Oh, I wasn't scrolled all the way down. Blessings in my pocket. Sam, how are you? So Dion says, right, girls, we're going to have to go dig through all our grandkids' toy boxes. Yes, that is one way to go, is go take them from your grandkids. There's nothing wrong with that. But so yeah, I'm not even going to try and talk you into painting a doll. But if you are leaning that way, it can be super fun. It's much easier than you realize. And I gave you some really very budget friendly options for doing your own DIY doll. So there you go. Mary says, this will be so fun to do with my daughter. Exactly. So if you have a kid who's old enough to like maybe paint their own doll, this to me would lend itself to being such a fun project to do with your kids. And that would be something you could treasure of them, because they're going to become adults and they're not nearly as fun. I can tell you that right now. They're not nearly as fun. So this could be a really, really fun time to do stuff with them like this. So okay, so la. All right, so I got that shut down. I'm so glad that you signed up for camp. And yes, Betsy, sign up for camp. The camp button's pinned up there, and you can jump in immediately. Yes, thanks Betty Jo for signing up. Woo. Stephanie, hello. She says, I had jazzercise for PE class my whole junior year of high school. That's awesome. That's awesome. I don't remember us having aerobics at my school. Not that I would have wanted, I would never signed up. I mean, you remember when we were in high school, and at least this was at mine. Maybe yours was different, but California only required 2 years of PE. So that was it. That is like the minimum I was willing to do, and I didn't want to do anymore. So once I was done, I was out. But we had some weird things. I feel like we had golf. I actually signed up for golf, but we had golf as one of our PE classes. Oh my goodness, Dion C., you are my cautionary story. I was talking earlier about possibly getting skates because my daughter, she started a skate, like a skate group, and she's been having so much fun with it. And so I just started thinking about, that would be a really fun thing for us to bond over. And in my head, it just was so great, right? Yeah, it's going to be great. But the truth is, that's the truth. Your body, your mind may be young, but your body is not. And when you fall when you're 50, it's a lot different when you're 15. Things break, things shatter. So, yeah. So I listened to reason. Basically, I brought it before the tribunal here, and you guys talked reason into my head. And so I have given up that dream of skating, but we are having a virtual skate party at camp. I declare. So, yay! Lisa signed up. Kathy Dunham signed up. Roxanne signed up. Sherry signed up. Nice. Lisa says New York was 4 years of PE. You were robbed. I could not imagine taking 4 years of PE. That's like 2 perfectly good electives wasted on PE. Oh, goodness. But then when you look at it the other way, there's a lot of people who are active people and they liked it. So there's nothing wrong with being active. That's actually a good life lesson, a good lifestyle choice. We just had really awful PE teachers. I don't know. Are there good PE teachers? We had terrible ones. They just loved all the athletes, and they acted like they hated you if you weren't an athlete. So guess who wasn't an athlete? Guess who was a little fat girl? So just really not inspiring at all. Yvonne says in New Jersey, it was also 4 years. Man, brutal. That's interesting. Of course, New York City was the one who banned the big sodas too. So maybe they're just more in that mentality of health. Envy says the dreaded square dancing. Do you guys remember square dancing? Oh my gosh. For me, that was 8th grade square dancing. It was horrible. So already, I'll just tell you this quick story so you guys could just feel this pain. So, and you know how you have to learn all those steps, right? When you're not coordinated because you're not athletic, you're not a coordinated person, and you struggle, the last person you want to be paired with is the cutest boy in the 8th grade for the test, the final. The boy that's a soccer player and super athletic and cares about his grades and gets really mad at you because you keep messing up every step because you're so nervous dancing with him. Yeah, that was I still vividly remember being in the gym and wanting to die, wanting to be swallowed up in a hole in the gym floor because dancing with John Michaelonis was just more than I could bear. If I had that moment to do over again, I would have practiced harder. I would have tried more. Hi, Heather. She said she had to take swimming at one of my high schools. Ick. Yes, girl. I remember swimming. Horrible if you weren't like, a little size nothing. I went to a school with a lot of like very slender girls. There was not a lot of fat kids or chubby kids at my school. So if you were just even moderately heavy, which I was not round, but just being a little bit moderately larger, you just felt like you were enormous. So yeah. Wow. Cassidy says she didn't take PE at all. In Oklahoma, you could be a teacher assistant and it counted. Man, that's amazing. Yvonne says she had awesome PE teachers. Well, since they make it such an emphasis there, I'm glad that that's true. Michelle says she had a major crush on her PE teacher, and he played the Beach Boys every day while we were running around the gym to warm up. Oh gosh, isn't that funny, the things that we'll remember years out of school? You still remember these things like they were all important. Serenity says there was way more girls than boys when we did dance in gym, and I was always the boy. I still can't dance without leading. Okay, I'm sorry to laugh at some probable pain there. I'm sure maybe that's what turns you into a roller derby girl. Is to get that angst. Okay, Ashley, you had a really, really, really good reason for being able to get out of the PE for sure. I cannot I cannot deny you that. Right? Amy says, oh man, I can't imagine swimming in gym class. How humiliating. Yeah, we had a really good, like that was one of the sports that my school was known for, was swimming. So we had, the swim teams were really big at our school. So Kathleen asked, did you guys have to learn waltzing? I hated that too. I don't remember waltzing. Although, for all I know, it was wrapped up into the horror that was folk dancing. Or square dancing, that whole thing. The whole thing was just awful. So, yeah, right, Holly? She says teenage years for most girls are horrible. Nice. Hi, Lisa. She says no PE if you were in band in Michigan. So, wow, some of these states are really nice. Stephanie says my PE teacher married one of my classmates. They were the worst kept secret in school. But hey, good news. But last I heard, they were still married. That's nice. There's an upside to that. Yikes. Hi, Tiffany. Doreen says, I had PE every year of high school. Midwest life. My junior high PE teacher, way overweight, but coached the cheerleaders. They and cheer subs were first string leading calisthenics. I haven't heard that word in a while. We suffered. Nice. Oh, Lisa says doing disco in middle school. See, we're all primed up, you guys. We're all primed up for camp. This is what camp's going to be. It's having a lot of these fun conversations around the little fire pit. And then we'll have some trivia nights, which we're going to do tonight. I'm going to give you a little taste of our 80s flavor that we're having. Oh, and also I have a little surprise tucked into the workshop for you guys. So when you get access to the workshop, when you get to the paint studio, I am inviting you to the paint studio. I put together, because you guys know how much I love putting together playlists. I put together 3 playlists for you so that when you go to do your painting, you can either paint with Ella Fitzgerald, you can paint with Doris Day, or you can paint with Jane Austen. Yes, I did. So I couldn't bring myself to do the 80s stuff. So I went that direction, and it is fabulous. Plus, I think the mood when you're painting in a paint studio, it's a certain mood. You know what I mean? That's what I found myself gravitating to myself. So I gave you 3 kind of options, and you can kind of bounce around. So you can paint with Jane, with Dora, or Ella. Of the 3, Ella Fitzgerald probably has the most content, and it's probably my favorite era of music. And nobody sings like Ella Fitzgerald. Nobody. Her voice is just beautiful, and it stayed so consistently great all through her singing career. And I love how she did duets and stuff. She paired up with who is that awesome, the trumpet player? I can picture him in my head. He's got that great raspy voice. What is his name? Come on. Help me out. Thank you, Shauna. Louis Armstrong. That is correct, girl. Yes. So, so I dug up all these great playlists, and I was just picturing, like, when you guys sit down to do your paints, you have your, like, something to sip, and then you can listen to, like, mood music and get lost in your creativity. So, yeah, so that's a little fun treat for you that I tucked in there. All right. So let's talk about other stuff I have back here, because I was asked about my little suitcase because I'm packing up, getting ready for camp. So I went shopping and I got some new things. I wanted to kind of freshen up my supplies. And I would say, like, every year before camp, I end up getting a few new things. And I used a lot of things in my Smash book which I don't think I ever ended up doing a flip through of my finished Smash book, but I went through it the other night and it is, I was like, wow, I don't even remember making some of this stuff. It's like we spent 10 weeks in camp. Do you guys realize that's how long the 2020 camp reset was? It was 10 weeks. What was I thinking? But it was 10 weeks. I know what I was thinking. I was thinking everyone's probably really bummed and depressed right now. So we're going to spend our time in a happy place. We're going to be in camp for 10 weeks. So that's what we did. So I want to show you guys. And these are things that, these are all linked, what I'm about to show you. So the resources, like where I got them from, are linked inside the supplies list. Okay, so this is a rather unusual set, which is what caught my attention, caught my eye. This is a Tim Holtz product, which I don't tend to buy too much stuff like this. The kind of like things that have been like reproduction stuff. I don't tend to do it because I like to find my own original things, and sometimes I don't care for the era. Like Tim Holtz, to me, he leans way into more of like Victorian stuff or kind of like the 19th century stuff. And I really like, I'm more of a mid-century modern person. But here's what I will say. It is very unusual to find images that have any kind of like inclusivity in them that is from a bygone era. So I would say I'm really impressed that this set they put together has that. I saw a gentleman, but like here's a child and a lady. So just like her alone, that is what caught my eye, because you never see anybody from these eras. So I grabbed her. She's absolutely lovely. And so you have a mixture of eras in this. Like you kind of have that a little bit of the sort of Victorian look. Like she's a Victorian. So you have that style. And you have kids as well as like, you know, older people. I feel like she's more early 20th century. That's what I would pick her. She kind of looks like she's, I don't know. She's 30s, maybe going into she's somewhere in the 30s. Oh, did I see something? That is so great. Andrea says, and it worked, Corey. Camp Reset 2020 was the best summer I've had in a long time. It was so much fun. I am so happy to hear that. I am so happy to hear that, truly. Yes, Doreen agreed. She says some of that stuff is too overused. Agreed. And that's why I don't gravitate towards him, because I feel like once you buy all the Tim Holtz stuff, everything starts looking samey. Like, you know what I mean? So I like little touches sometimes, and not this just, it's too much. It's just too much stuff all at once. But I would just say, if you are interested in having some kind of like difference and you're not just having the, you know, same, this was one I was impressed. And they're like cardstock. And the only thing I don't love is that they're a little bit shiny, which doesn't photograph well, or you know how it catches the light. So that's my only kind of bummer about it, but it's packed with people. And I think that just like one guy on his own, if you just took him and put him on a sheet music or put him on a travel map, you know, he could look really great. You know what I mean? Just don't like layer him up with all of the the people in there, and layer him on a bunch of backgrounds that are all this kind of paper that they love so much. Anyway, that's just my preference. If you love Tim Holtz and all the stuff that Tim Holtz has, more power to you. I just find, for me, it starts to look very muddy, and I like more like diversity in my paper, you know, just having different styles. But I did think that was really cool. And I got some stuff this time that I don't normally do. Like one thing I thought was really intriguing, this lady on Etsy, She makes these fabulous fabric tabs. I was really into I'm like, I'm going to just try something different. She makes these little fabric tabs. So it's like one tab looks like this, and then you fold it over. And I just assumed that you could stitch it down, which I don't have a machine in the RV. But I would staple it. So I just thought, wouldn't that be fun to have some chunky, fabric tabs kind of sticking out of your book? I want to make this more messy than I did last year. I don't think I quite nailed that. So I just thought that was really cool that somebody thought of these kind of fun tabs. I got these tabs too. They're called whale tail tabs. I don't know. It's I feel like I'm missing out on this whole community of crafting with all of its different stuff. Ooh, is that, oh, you know what? I never even noticed what was, that was Australia. I don't think if you'd asked me what country is that, I don't think I would have even known. Look, it's Australia. Okay. So the whale tail tabs, they're all these, I bought these from an Etsy seller. So you just fold them and then clip them in place. I thought they were really neat. I liked that she had a lot of the maps. I'm such a sucker for maps. I love them. So I got some of those. I got some new, these little pins. These sometimes show up on your clothing. I thought these were really neat. They look like little light bulbs. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? I'm probably doing a terrible job modeling for you. There you go. So I thought those were neat. You could, I don't know, make some tassel-y hangy thing and then clip it onto your junk journal. I just thought that was a really cool looking. So as far as pockets go, here's what I would say. The size of the junk journal that I'm trying to accomplish is going to be 6 inches tall. And I think I'm going to go less than 5 inches wide. So that means I'm already eliminating a lot of pockets, right, that are out there. So I don't want my page to be 6 inches wide, which means those 6x4, I can't use that type of pocket or that long of a photo. So I'm going to have to be cropping things down, making them more narrow. So this type of pocket is what I bought another package of. I really like these little 4x4 pockets. You don't have to use pockets at all. You can just attach your photos to the scrapbook paper backing, or so they're not a must-have. It's totally optional. This is all based on your budget and your preferences, because maybe you don't like pockets. You don't want plastic in your junk journal. I did also notice that right, Dion? She says she's working on a junk journal now. How I'm not surprised by that. And so maybe I can combine the new things to it. Maybe. Okay. Bulb pins. That's what they're called. Thank you, Ellen. So then I got these little, these feel like coffee filters. Have you guys ever felt the coffee filter paper that they use in mixed media? So these little papers, which are like the really great size. So it's like all this old, it's reproduction ephemera, but it's really cool paper. It feels authentic. Like it feels real. It's totally not, but it feels more special. So yeah. So you guys know what happened? The bullet journal community, I'm putting this together after the fact. You may have already known this. Somewhere along the line, the bullet journal community started kind of making a kind of they started going in the direction of the Traveler's Notebooks type girls, where instead of just sticking to painting and doodling and drawing, now you have girls that are totally pasting ephemera into their books. So I think that really galvanized a lot of businesses overseas. And now there is so much reproduced ephemera, like vintage looking stuff. And I want to say it's more Victorian style, so I don't love all of it, but I did notice that I didn't used to see this stuff pop up because I used to look for it, and now there's a lot of it. So that's another product. But I thought, if you want things fast, Amazon's great. I personally like buying things from Etsy. Personally, I like trying to get like real ephemera stuff that's like like real receipts, real op paper, ledger. These are too hard for you to probably see on camera, so I will hold on to this. Ellen, that is exactly that's the case. I saw people talking about it, that the whale tail punch, that they discontinued it, and now all these women who love that punch style, that tab style, now they're stuck having to buy all of them from Etsy sellers who are making money now because they have that punch, and that punch is discontinued. So the lady I bought them from, she had little whale tail tabs and all kinds of patterns, but I linked it in the resource list because I wanted you to have access to it. I placed an order with my favorite shop, which I linked. I love, 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 love what I ordered. Can I show you this? I found she had these in her shop, and I was like, oh, I want those. These are so fun and nostalgic. So it's vintage recipe cards. How fun! I think these will be so fun to put in my junk journal. So I have spaghetti sauce, golubki, which yum. I think I'm actually going to try this recipe. Cabbage rolls, they're delicious, but I have not landed on a recipe I really like. Somebody took the time to type up all these recipe cards. These are like real. So golubki, veal Emilio. I think I'm going to craft with that one. I won't be eating that. All American macaroni salad. Don't like macaroni salad. Hawaiian coconut cake. Yum. Chinese pepper steak. Beef stroganoff. Honey glazed chicken with rice. So these are fun, and they're typed, and they are pleasantly like faded and yellowed. So they are fabulous. So I'm going to go ahead and use those this year. And then this, I'm excited. So I'm going to show you the two things I bought. This might actually remind some of you. Okay. Do you guys remember these charms from the 80s if you were a kid? Do you remember these plastic charms? And I don't even remember their name, but you would buy that plastic necklace and you would hang charms on it. I think they had a plastic bracelet too. And they are like really detailed. And Jennifer says she remembers. So I bought one. I went on I want to say I went on Etsy, and I know they're on eBay, and they're not cheap. And I went looking and looking for one like I really liked. They had roller skates, they have toilets, they have like the most weird random ones, but I remember them when I was a kid. So I went with this one because it's a little temperature gauge or thermometer that even has a working, like it goes up and down. So I thought that would be like so perfect for a summer junk journal, right? Because it's hot. Although it wasn't hot today, we were so blessed. It was like cold today. It was fabulous. It was gray and cloudy. It was wonderful. I was so happy. So I got a puzzle piece. Remember those old state puzzle, like the state map puzzles? So this Etsy shop, she had different states that were still available. So there was one for Washington. So I want to punch a hole in it and turn it into a charm. And then so hang it with this one on my junk journal. So I'm going to need a jump ring. But yeah, that's my plan, is to turn it into a charm. Or I could, it's kind of like a chipboard sticker is really the thickness of it. Or I could use it as a sticker on the outside, like an embellishment. Because this is where we were during the summer. We were in Washington, the least hot state in the summer. Love it. So that's two things I bought. for this project. And then here's my classic library card pockets. I linked 2 sources that I highly suggest. My favorite library card pocket style is this one with the really tall back and the short pocket in the front. These are the best for crafting. A lot of the other styles are more like this. That's not fun for crafting. That doesn't give you many options. But, you know, this is just one thing I really like showing you guys, all the different things you can do with the library card pocket. You don't even have to have these technically. If you don't, there's so many fun things you can shove in a pocket. But so I got, I already owned these. But that's one of the things I tell you guys. There's just certain things that I think are worth owning in your stash. So buying them for, you know, the camps to me is like I try to look at it as it's like a really good investment in giving yourself good supplies to work with, because you can use them for so many things. They're so flexible in what you can do with them. There's so many things. And then I got doilies, little doilies, the little ones. And I got little index dividers, little card dividers, because I just thought these will be fun. I just try to like think of anything paperish. I was open-minded to. What can I shove in here? And I just want to create the messiest little junk journal. Super, super love. Esther says it's been hot here in Washington. I don't know, Esther. Like today wasn't hot. Today was fabulous, right? But yeah, there's been I guess it's that there's been some heat. But I have the air conditioner on a lot because I'm like a wilting flower, so I can't tolerate heat. So maybe that's my perception is I'm inside with the air conditioner on. So I don't realize what it's really like here. Okay, so those were some of the things that I got in my collection of stuff. Here's those little tabs. So I have a few little extra little goodies that I thought would just be really fun. And I'm sure you won't be able to see these. I honestly don't know how visible these are. We'll see. They have these things. They're called metal. I think they're like metal page tabs, something like that. I personally have never seen these before. Okay, you definitely can't see those. Let me open this up and then show you. I just thought these were so neat and so vintage. It was all about like what's cool and vintage. Terry says Eastern Washington set records for heat this year. Okay. Maybe I need to learn how to use these. 1 second. Hold, please. Oh, wait. Maybe the reason why they don't work the way I think they work is because you're supposed to bend them. Okay. I think I need someone who knows what they're doing to demonstrate these. Because now that okay, maybe it's like this. Okay, so they're metal. And this is like, on camera it looks weird, but it's like a really pretty vintage pink. And they're metal. They bend right over the top of the page. There's like a little tab. So I don't know. I just thought those were really neat. So they were like, I always look in the vintage office supplies is one of the things I like to craft with. So that's some of the goodies stuff that I grabbed. And then for camp this year, one of your instructors is we have a teacher who will be teaching you how to properly clutch your pearls. There is a form to it, okay? You can't just be grabbing your pearls willy-nilly. So we have a proper pearl clutching seminar. And then this is our little teacher. She's she's French, so please forgive. She doesn't know what's appropriate for camp, but she's new on staff this year too. So we have a few new faces that we're rolling out. So, okay. So what time is it? It's 7:30. It's not that late. It's still daylight actually out here. Oh no, so there's hornet. A hornet's going crazy when it was hot and dry. Oh no. Kesia says, hi, Kesia. She says, our hottest was 101 a few weeks ago. Michelle says, I think we got up to 103 one day. I want to say there was a day where it was 109. But I'm trying to remember if that was here in Washington or if that was California. I feel discombobulated. I know it was 110, 112 when we went to Portland on our way up here. And I just thought, I didn't even know it was capable of getting that hot at all. Okay, so these girls right here, they're a different body style than these ones, and I actually have a segment where I talk about these, and their clothes are washi. So you can, like, if you wanted to, you could literally wrap washi around their bodies and then just use them for little cute little washi rolls. Wouldn't that be so cute, especially for like a friend gift, a crafty friend gift? But so I just show in my workshop how to wrap their body, how to make them little washi clothes. And I demonstrated a few of them, like just showed you. They're a lot of fun. They're easier to wrap washi around their bodies because they're so straight, whereas these girls with the curves, they're not as easy. So that's where painting ends up being more my style with them. Hi, Elion. She says it's 10:30 p.m. in Southwest Florida and it's really hot. Oh no, your air conditioner broke. Oh, that's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that. I feel for you. I would just be so miserable, especially in Florida when it's so humid. Penny asks, is that librarian Miss Grunecker's sister? She looks like her. Oh, yes, Miss Grunecker does make an appearance in camp as well. It's really funny. So I actually made a little Miss Grunecker for Mark. But she's actually one of the ladies I paint in the workshop, so you can see. Yes, Deborah Ramos, these girls are all wearing little Camp Reset t-shirts. So when you give them white shirts, it's really easy. You could shrink something down on your printer and then just kind of paste it on there, and it ends up being really, really cute. So let me see here. I was looking. Oh, and that reminds me, can I bring this up, please? Everdell. Can we talk about Everdell for a moment? Because I know some of you purchased Everdell. So Mark made me a miniature Everdell game for game night. Because one of the prompts in your prompt checklist is game night. So the great thing with these little dolls is you can actually, if you're having game night with your family, you can just put them on the board. You can integrate them into the game and take a picture of them, or you could have them playing a game, which is what we did. So I photographed them playing a little game of Everdell. So let's talk about Everdell for a minute. So earlier, like last month, I was telling everybody, mostly on Bible time, because that's where I am every single morning, except Sundays, I'm on Bible time, which is on our other YouTube channel. And I was telling them about this fantastic game I bought called Everdell. And it is the most fun game. It is so, so cute. There is nothing inappropriate about it. It doesn't have magic or anything dark. It is super fun. And you're playing with these little, like a little woodland creatures in a forest, and you're helping them get ready for winter. So your little city that you're building is about, getting it ready for winter, making sure it has good resources, all kinds of stuff. So it's super fun, and I've noticed that quite a few have purchased it. So I'm really excited for that. And since I mentioned it, I have not yet been able to play it again. Like ever since I talked about it, it was like then I had to go into serious workshop mode. So I wanted to let you guys know, if you hadn't heard me say it, I'm actually going to do a live stream with Mark and share our my Everdell play and like how I play, some of the tips and tricks that I think are very smart in playing a good game and possibly winning. So I'm going to schedule that as soon as, like, probably once camp is underway, and then that can just be something I do on this channel probably, and just show you like what I have learned from playing it, because I've really enjoyed it. And I know, like I said, I've noticed that quite a few of you have purchased it, and so if there was anything that was going to help you play it well, I wanted to be able to help you, because I would feel responsible that I encouraged you and then didn't support it. So it's a board game, Kathleen. It's called Everdell. You can buy it on Amazon. Everdell. Sorry, Dell. Everdell. And it is precious. It is so cute. It's I don't know that you could play it with little kids. I think the age suggestion they have is like at least 10. So it's a game you could play with kids, but it's also designed, you could play it alone. So you can actually play it by yourself. But Mark and I have played it together multiple times. You can even have, like, there's music for it. So you can listen to Everdell themed music on YouTube. There's people who put together playlists for it, and then you can just play along. It's so wonderful. I didn't even know they made board games like this. When we were visiting Carrie Danker, she took me to her local game store, and it was a whole new world. It was amazing. I didn't know that these type of board games existed. She says they're like European style games. They're very extravagant and beautiful. The play is very different than what we're used to. These are not games like Life or Payday or Monopoly. They're not like that. They're more imaginative, and a lot of them are designed to play like cooperatively. So you play instead of against each other. Some of them you play as a team, trying to help each other. So it was really interesting. And Carrie comes from the homeschool world, so families in the homeschool world are really into these games apparently. So I did not know this. I have been missing out. So I saw that game, and it had a million little awards it had won, and I just decided I need to check this out, and I fell in love with it. It's just so cute. The artwork, all of it, is just so precious. So bye, Yvonne. And did I see somebody else that was leaving too? Yes. Good night, Stephanie. You're probably already gone. Probably already gone. Michelle says, don't eat the berries. Heads up, don't eat the berries. Doreen says, game night around here still revolves around backgammon, cards, or dice games. I would love to relearn how to play backgammon. That looks like fun. And we started playing Farkle, which is a game I played in the 80s. But I didn't remember how to play it. Mark and I got a Farkle game, and I was trying that out. So we were trying to get into games again. It was really funny. Michelle, quite chewy. Don't recommend. How would you know? Yeah, Roxanne, I think it's a 1 to 4 player game. And if you buy an add-on, you can make it up to 6 players. So Jennifer says her kids have that game, but I don't know if you were talking to me or somebody else. Dawn says, I can't get my family to play board games. We do play card games and Farkle too. Farkle was a fun game. I only played it as a kid. And so, but my mom always talks about it like it's the best game ever. So I have a little tiny version of it. It's like a keychain. So if it sticks, I'll end up upgrading to the bigger one. Okay. So yes. So that was what I wanted to say to you guys about those who have the Everdell game. So we are gonna do a live stream and do that. So the other thing I wanted to mention, my friends, is it's been a while since I've been posting on this channel. I have neglected it. Part of, I think, what happened is when we finished camp last year, I just became very focused on trying to build up the other channel, just because the other channel is us reading the Bible every day for 2 to sometimes 3 hours a day. And so that just took up a lot of what we were doing, and just building a membership, like a clubhouse there. So like a new community. So it just became very focused. And what ended up happening was this big shift in my mindset of how now, instead of the reset girl, and everything, that I was trying to do for the faith aspect of our lives kept getting backburnered. So what happened was this big shift where that became the focus. And now the Reset Girl, or what is left of the Reset Girl, is really been backburnered. So it was a good thing, but I did miss this community and I missed posting here. And I guess what, just over time, I just felt like I didn't know what to actually put on this channel. And I will tell you something funny. When I went to go put my Instagram story up, which I've actually been monitoring it. So I deleted Instagram off of my phone for over a year. It's not been on my phone. I barely remember how to use it. I was struggling to even figure out how to put a story up on my channel. And it's hilarious because I used to spend hours of my life on Instagram every single day. So yeah, I succeeded. I got it up. But you know what I felt like? I felt like I was being sneaky. I was sneaking into my Instagram channel, trying to figure out how to post on it and then sneak out. It was weird. It was like sneaking back into, I don't know. It's like everything is continued on, and I don't know what's going on in I don't know what's going on in the planner community or the craft community or any of those communities, because all I have done is just try to focus on building up and encouraging and loving on the people that have opted into that membership. And sorry, not membership, the community of the First Love Club. And so it just felt weird. Like I didn't feel like I belonged. Like people are going to be like trying to run me out. What are you doing here? It was weird. So I don't know. I snuck in, I snuck out, but I definitely don't have that feeling about YouTube. I really loved being on YouTube. It just becomes a matter of like, what are people interested in watching me do anymore? What am I honestly interested in doing? And so I wanted to show you that I'm diving back into the world of the Traveler Notebook. So I got myself, because I left them behind. I didn't actually, I think I have one with me, a brand new one that I hadn't opened or used yet. That's all I had. Everything else, I had to do a really big leave behind situation. So I got a brand new Traveler's Notebook, and I got this Traveler's Notebook. This is a Chic Sparrow. And this is a Bassey & Co., which is a new to me store. I've not ordered on this one before. And I am going to be doing a project with this on this YouTube channel. That's going to be one of my things I do here. And then this one is the same thing. So I'm I'm really interested in getting back on there. And I have a list of ideas that at one point I polled you guys, I asked you for ideas, and then I wrote a lot of it down. And my friend Angela helped me. She wrote down a lot of stuff that she saw you guys say. So I do have like a little list to go off of, and of things that people are interested in. I feel like it's weird because when you step away from something and you focus on something else entirely, when I look back now, I go, wow, did things shift so much or change so much that, people aren't as interested in, have we moved on? Have we moved on to other trends or other things? And now I'm like, I'm not doing some of the things that I was doing before. So it's, I don't know, it's just sort of a weird place that I felt like, I don't know what to do here. So I am getting, I do have some stuff to work on, because this is really how my whole channel started. This was like the second video I ever did on the Reset Girl, was all about the Traveler's Notebook. And then boom. And then Listers Got a List came into the picture, and then boom. So that's all I felt like I did. It was a boom. The Listers Got a List and the Traveler's Notebook is essentially what built my YouTube channel. I did not work at it and watch those little numbers grow. They literally grew behind my back. Every time I would look, it would be like a whole chunk higher and a whole chunk higher. So I feel like I always felt like I didn't earn it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't work at it like a lot of YouTubers work at it. So it makes me feel a little bit like, what do I do now? You know what I mean? Like I feel like yesterday's jam. And so I love this community, but I feel a little like lost in what do we do now on this channel? What is about us that we need to do here? So it's a good thing that we're going into camp, because that's always a great focus, and that, you know, that stuff I can like get in there and I know what to do. But being here it's kind of like just like the extra stuff. And that's the part I'm like, oh, hello, Miss T Candy. She says, I missed you cutting out your ladies and showing how it made notes or pages come alive. Aw, well, that's good to know. So it can be as simple as just cutting stuff out. I do, Deborah. I mean, I sort of feel like the same person. It's just that when your focus entirely changes so much and this is like such a huge focus of my life, how much hours I spend on that aspect. It's like, I don't know. I want to do things that I really like doing and care about, because otherwise I'll just keep switching it up all the time, because you know what I mean? It turns it into like a frenetic, I'm all over the place. And I don't want to be like that. I want to be consistent. And I think that's why I don't ever really start something I'm unsure about here, is because I'm not sure if I'll stick to it. And I would love to have like a series of videos that are just about the same topic. You know, those are really fun videos to watch. I follow other YouTubers that do like their art journaling, and they'll every, month, here's my spread for my art journaling every week or every day in some cases. And I think I look at that and go, can I do something like that? Could I stick to it and be so consistent with something? Because otherwise I always end up feeling kind of flaky. I'm sure you guys have noticed that. So hi, Miss Robin. Oh my goodness, my ear has just been made to see you again. Well, I'm happy to see you. Thank you for joining me on my live. Heather says that you're in your TN every day if you can. So are you like doing artsy stuff, creative stuff? Angela says that person is still within you. We welcome her back. Oh, thank you, Angela. Hi, Linda. Listers got a list. Love that. Yeah, it's been a long time since I did anything remotely listy like that. Diana, thank you so much for signing up. So so those of you, if you've jumped on later, Camp Reset 2021, the registration is open. It's at the top it's pinned to the top of the chat room, and you have immediate access to the workshop. So you can get started. And thank you very much. I appreciate your feedback. She plans a latte, says, I totally get trying something else and spreading your wings. I also think it's good to keep. I think you got cut off. There we go. It's always nice to come back home. It's like a comfy pair of sweats or a warm blanket. It's so true. It's so true, huh? And I feel that's what the Reset community is. Come on back. We've missed you. Well, thank you. I think that's a little bit I think that's a little bit of the issue. Is I just to be very honest with you guys, a little bit of the issue is I feel bad as if I have walked away from you guys. You know what I mean? And I feel like I wished I could have done better in coming in here and being just consistent with like doing it once a month, and it's just, it's weird. Because this was such a huge thing, so many hours of doing live streams here. But I really felt like I was supposed to just be focused and build and, and work on that foundation with Mark. So that was what we needed to do. And then, and I've been telling him, I really want to go back and just do something on that other channel. I really miss it. This is a wonderful community. It absolutely, I don't know. It meant a lot to me to be here and to have all of these, you ladies get to know each other from being in the chat room together, for having us participate in silly events and things, being in our jammies and crafting. And that's what it tickled me to use the craft signal as my thing today on Instagram. If you didn't see it, this is what I put on my story, is, if you guys recall, right? It's the bat signal. It's going down tonight. Meet me at 6 p.m. That is all, right? Because those of you in this community would know where that came from. It was like an inside joke. It's one of the journal cards, and it was something that we all laughed about, together. So that's what I was just thinking was really fun. So I did go on to Instagram to put it there just because I was so worried that you guys wouldn't see the post that I put here on YouTube. It's hard to come back and go, okay, you guys, I got to get your attention. Oh, that's funny. Well, good night, Rebecca. Amy, I'm so glad that you caught us. Kesia says, I think a lister's got a list. Holiday edition would be awesome. Loved you. You did. You very much were an LGL girl. I know quite a few of you were very much, that was your thing. So I love that. So you guys, thank you. Ellen says, I saw the bat signal on YouTube. I joined impromptu and signed up for camp. Thank you. I'm glad that you guys are signing up. And Michelle Johnson, we'll get your crafty mojo going again. I've been there. I know what it's like. I think it's true. True, Leslie. And I've been collecting all of you and Michelle have been very instrumental in saying a lot of funny things that have been helpful in gathering humor in Bible time. Yes, Bible reading can be humorous and enjoyable. So Ashley, camp starts so you can sign up now and have access to the workshop immediately. And then camp itself goes live on September 3rd. So that's a Friday night. And that will be our first, wow, we're in camp, everybody. So, and then we just continue forth. So, hey, Tish. So we'll be spending that time. We'll be reminiscing. We'll be focused on a project. You'll be falling in love with your mini me and all the excitement of that. And if you love it, you might be able, like going into, the holidays, this could be something you use for your documenting. You never know. This could open up a whole new world for you. And I kind of had not stopped using them. I actually don't even know where the original set of little mini me's are that I have. You'll see them in the workshop. I think I packed them up and I stopped using them. And so this was really cool to get to resurrect this again. And it's been so fun taking them out and taking pictures of them. So I really hope that you guys enjoy them. Those who, Ashley, I'm so sorry to hear that. I am. That's never an easy thing. But I hope that I hope that this reset that you are going through in your life, I hope that it takes you in a good direction. I do. Good night, Wanda. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Leslie says, I bet crafty pants were sold at Mervin's. That's right. That's why they went out of business. Oh, poor Mervin's. I really liked Mervin's. I shopped a lot there. Them and JCPenney. But is JCPenney out of business? Are they going out of business? I keep feeling like I've heard over and over again that JCPenney is going out of business. But I don't know that to be true. That is why they're still around. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that for however long that lasts. Okay. Are you guys ready to do some fun 80s things right now? Oh, Stephanie Yates says, not the one near us. Thank goodness. Wow. Terry Morales says, open, open, open. Jennifer says, JCPenney is still here in Texas. Yeah, right? Everybody give Ashley a hug. Okay, I'm going to take off my little lightning bolt earrings because they are just keep touching my shoulders, and that's why I think they're really popping out. Good night, Roxanne. Okay, are you guys ready? We're going to do a get to know you 80s edition. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and then we're going to play a game. Nice. Oh, Michelle, you just reminded me. We're going to play, we're going to do different activities in camp. You know how every week we do those little posts where we ask you guys to share stuff or respond to our questions. So I'm going to be using that to do this, but I want you guys to share a picture of yourself from the 80s, wherever you were in the 80s. Those of you who weren't born yet, a baby picture will suffice. And you can just make a note of this. I wasn't technically born until, and then let us know. But yeah, I think that would be fun to share pictures of what we looked like in the 80s and that kind of thing. So be heads up. That's what I'll be. That's one of the little activities we're going to do. So we're going to play Get to Know You. Okay. So I'm going to ask you there's just a handful of questions. I thought this would be fun. So everyone get your thinking caps on. Miss Grunecker has made an appearance in the chat room. She's super fun. Dog piles are strictly forbidden. The last one ended up with 3 campers in the infirmary. Super no fun. That's pretty much how it is with Miss Grunecker. And if you're not familiar with Miss Grunecker, you need to watch the original Parent Trap because she was amazing. It's played by the actress who I cannot remember her character's name, but she was on the Beverly Hillbillies. Do you guys? I'm sure someone here remembers her name. What was her name? Good night, Terry. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh no! Kezia says her first peg set got blown over the wall at the Rocky Mountain National Park. Oh, I feel for you. That would crush me. I would feel awful if I have set those little dolls up on some pretty precarious places, and I could imagine how I would feel terrible. Jill, thanks for signing up. I'm so happy that you're doing it. Woohoo! Good night, NB. Thanks for joining us. Right? Michelle Spencer, agreed. Squared. Jane Hathaway, thanks, Lynn Hendren. Okay, so yeah, I can't remember what her character did on the Beverly Hillbillies, but I think that was it. Okay, were you guys ready? So listen. What was your favorite toy when you were under the age of 10? Okay, so think about 10 and under. So I'm not looking for toys like from your teens or anything. Not that we were, well, but 10 and younger. I think that's really toy playing age. I played with my toys till I was probably 12. So did my daughter, which I encouraged all the time. Okay. Yay. Thanks for signing up, Penny. Okay, so Tamara comes out hot. She says trolls. Ashley says light bright. Sherry, Ellen says Barbie. Deborah says big wheel. Arlen says Barbie. Serenity says spirograph. Shelly Bass says baby alive. Oh, Shelly, did you make her little meals and stuff? I always wanted one of those, but I didn't get one. Hey, Carrie. She says strawberry shortcake. I just reading the word strawberry shortcake, I can smell her in my memory. Isn't that funny? Stephanie Yates says Muppets Secret. Is it Moppets or Muppets? Moppets Secret Dollhouse. I don't know that one. Amy Hoffman says Simone. Oh, not Simone. That's an exclamation mark. Simon, you win. Yes, Simon. I liked that game though. Spirograph, Cheryl, Serenity, Twinsies. Jennifer Gover says Cabbage Patch Dolls. Shauna says her Teddy. Michelle Spencer, also a Cabbage Patch doll. Robin says, you had the Fisher Price Hospital. That's fabulous. I didn't even know they made that. Yeah, I was really surprised how many Fisher Price things I had never even known existed when on this little trip trying to order stuff. Mary says Barbies. Rebecca C says Etch-a-Sketch. Oh, Rebecca, do you remember Etch-a-Sketch and the fun of just shaking it? Cheryl Ann says Mr. Ed, her talking puppet. Is Mr. Ed the talking horse? Am I remembering that correctly? Hi, Jen. She says Uncle Wiggly puzzle and Totally Hair Barbie. Jennifer says her Alfie! Alfie was the robot, right? I remember Alfie. Didn't it do like play games and do different things? Jill says Barbie. Michelle Johnson says Barbie and her books. Beth Taylor, hi Beth. Barbies and Strawberry Shortcake. Paper Dream Design says Barbie. So we have a Barbie party going on here. Holly, hi Holly. She says Barbies. Elian says Pound Puppies. The Pound Puppies. Did they come in? This is what I remember because I think I bought one for my daughter. You would buy the mom and it had puppies inside and you didn't know how many puppies were inside. It was like a surprise. Like you bought the mom doll, like the mom dog, and they were in there. I don't remember them except for that. And that was in the 90s, so that might have been like a new iteration of them. Amy says Big Wheel, Spirograph, Light Bright. Okay, Amy, that's a lot of toys. Shauna says, and Fuzzy Felts. Were Fuzzy Felts like the kind of like storytelling felt kind of things? Melissa says Barbie and all the blow up furniture. I remember those. Diana says Barbies and her Light Bright. Rosemary's granddaughter says Baby Chrissy. Her hair grew out of a hole in her head. Isn't it funny all the toys that they created for us? Some of these toys would not fly today. These kids are way too sophisticated. Bonnie says Barbies. Shelley Bass says yes, that is correct. Thank you. Betsy says Baby Alive. Look, everybody's got a friend to play with. Tony, hi. Her buyer horses. Were you a horse girl? All the horse collectors. I had a friend when I was in the 6th grade. She was a horse girl. She had them all over her shelves. Did you guys have horse friends that were really into horses? Mary Barre says Barbie and My Little Pony. Stacy says Winnie the Pooh record player. Hi, Stacy Burns. Lidima says no. That's not what she was saying. She was talking to somebody else, and I interrupted her conversation. Where am I? Jalen, color forms. I loved color forms. Those were actually one of my favorite toys to play with too. I was really into my toys. But maybe if you were like more of an introverted kid, you might have been more attached to your toys than other kids because you spent a lot of time playing alone. Maybe. Am I out? Am I wrong there? Cheryl says, I loved Holly Hobby. Stacy says Barbie growing hair head. Yes, the style her head thing. I had one of those. Deborah says, Pound Puppies are back. Robin says, color forms. Elian says, some of them were like that. Carrie Hill says, yes to Holly Hobby. Beth Taylor, fashion plates. Yes, I had fashion plates too. I loved them. Oh, thank you, Emily. She says, that's actually Puppy Surprise. Okay, thank you. Not Pound Puppies. It was a different puppy. That was a weird toy, but my daughter got the jackpot on that. She got like 6 puppies out of that deal. Doreen says, I always wanted an easy bake oven, but never got one. Boo. My mom said I could use a real oven if I wanted to bake something. Moms are no fun. Jennifer says, I also loved my Popple. I know that name. I can't picture what it looks like. Penny says, ooh, I love color forms. Yeah, color forms were the best. I had Raggedy Ann is one, and then I had the Peanuts gang was another. So those were the 2 I had. Miss Esther says fashion plates. Yes, those were awesome. I really liked them, and I even had the small set. It was like a smaller version. It's the same type of toy, but you made cards with it. Did you guys have that? I think it said American Greetings. It was pink and brown, which made me think of candy. It was the same type of toy. I loved making that stuff. Okay, where am I at? Oh goodness, you guys. Okay, that's where I was. Okay. Shauna says felt pieces that used to make pictures. Okay, so that's what they were. Deborah says easy bake oven and a snow cone machine and silly putty. Yes. Okay, Tony, that's what they were. They were the little horsies. Angela says I baked the best cakes in the easy bake oven. Well, I bet you anything that people have videos of the easy bake oven and they show you how to make all these like fancy foodie things. What can we make that's foodie? And doesn't that just seem like something you'd see today on YouTube? My Little Pony, the Snoopy snow cone machine. Hi, yeah. Yes, I remember that. And isn't it funny how the commercial always made it look like pure, like dusty snow was going to come out of that machine? That was not my experience with that thing. Let's see. I had a Barbie house too. Does anyone remember the Munchie Cheese? I can remember the theme song. Munchie Chee, oh so soft and cuddly. We're going to be leading into our next game. Lots of horse toys, stickers. That's right. That's why we're in this community, because we all love stickers. Let me see here. Polly Pocket, puppy stickers, scratch and sniff stickers. Ellen says, yes, a fiend or a friend gave me one of those puffy, lacy photo albums we could collect our stickers in and make trades at recess. Yes, I had that puffy album too. Stephanie Yates says, yes, fashion plates and color forms. Mary Beret says, I also had the best sticker collection. I told you guys this story that how I had this little yellow pencil box and I had all of my stickers in there, like precious stickers I got from like the what's that? Mrs. Grossman. You know, remember that? Do you guys remember in the 80s when the stickers on the roll came out? I almost lost my mind. And they had like the real shiny foily stickers with rainbows on them. And I remember getting them. They had, now this was in California, so I don't know if you guys saw them too, but they had these 80s stickers. That said, bag your face, gag me with a spoon, for sure, like totally. Those were the 4 stickers I remember on there. And I had Hello Kitty. I mean, I had precious vintage stuff that I just collected and protected. And it was like my precious. I don't know what I was thinking, but when my daughter was like 7 or 8 years old, I gave her my sticker collection. And then not too long later, she comes in with this piece of paper covered in my precious stickers. Mom, look what I made. I was like, you don't actually use them. You don't use them. You just look at them. Duh. Okay, I don't remember actually saying that to her, but I know that's what I wanted to say. I was completely, oh gosh, it was just like a little blow that she actually used them, because everyone knows you don't use the stickers. You just admire them. They stay on their little backings. They're precious. They're used very preciously. Hey, Buffy. Hi, Cheryl Bowman. So yeah. Wouldn't that be so fun if we could be like 12-year-old girls again and do a sticker swap? Do you remember that? Oh, Esther, you have a set of Munchie Cheese? Oh, that is adorable. Yes, Buffy, the Lisa Frank stickers. Okay. If only you had saved that page or sticker she created for you. Goodness knows I probably have it. I was such a pack rat in that part of my life. I may have actually kept it. I could only hope. But yeah, that was a lesson learned. And so I had to, I learned a very valuable lesson. That was a moment I realized my daughter and I are not the same. She's a very different child than I was. Okay, so, okay, you guys ready for the next question? Okay, so I need you guys to all travel back in time. Okay, put on your time machine hat. And I need you to think about this when you were 12 years old. Okay, this is a very specific question. Can't be general. When you're 12, I think 12 years old, you're like in the 6th grade. I believe you to be in the 6th grade. Okay, maybe you could have been in 7th grade or 5th grade. I can't remember now how that works, but just I'm trying to help you with like what usually I can't think of things if I just say if I was 12 years old, I usually have to think of things in terms of what grade I was in. So that's why I'm saying it. What was your favorite book? Okay, your very favorite. I only want one title. What is the one book that you loved with all your little heart when you were 12 years old? Okay, so Michelle says you could be in 6th or 7th. And I think that I think that's right. Okay. Hi, Lydia. Is that your answer, Tepika? I just want to make sure that's the name of the book that you were talking about. Because I don't know. Hermosa. Oh, Betsy, are you here with me? Betsy, help me. Yaya says, I bestowed my daughter with all my stickers. She cherished them so much, and it's like she knew not to use them. I'm glad it worked out for you. I truly am. I'm glad you didn't have to experience the trauma of seeing your precious sticker collection. That just shows you like the differences in personalities, you know, like to one kid, they'd be like, oh, my precious. And to another, they would be like, yeah, you use them. They're stickers. Okay. So Deborah, I think that's your answer is Nice Life with Betty Jo. I believe that is what you're saying. Ilion says Mandy and the Secret Tunnel. Serenity says Charlotte's Web. Tamara says the Blue Willow book. Hi, Mahea. Aloha, sister. Amy Hoffman says The Black Stallion. Rebecca C. Where the Red Fern Grows. That's a good book. Paper Dream Designs. Nancy Drew. Paper Dream Designs. Give me a specific Nancy Drew title. Which one was a favorite of yours? Which one really stands out to you? Shauna Robertson, Trixie Belden. Shauna, I put the same question to you. Which Trixie really stands out to you? Do you remember? Robin, Chronicles of Narnia. I have to ask the same question. These are series. These are strict questions, girls. Terry Morales says Harriet the Spy. Jen, hi Jen, says Nancy Drew. No particular title. Okay, she beat me to the punch. Leslie says, are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. I was thinking about that but I think I was in 4th grade when I read that. I was a little early on that one. So I would have, yeah. 4th grade, we read a lot of good books. That was a really good year for reading. Mary Barre says Amelia Bedelia. Jessica Chow. Hello. Sadly, Sweet Valley High. I love how you say sadly. Agreed. That's an interesting series. At the time, you think that they're fine, but then you look back and go, wow, they were really dealing with some issues in those books. Rosemary's Granddaughter, Hardy Boys. Ashley Ellis, The Babysitter's Club. Lydia, I am not sure. So yes, perhaps you were agreeing with me that I was correct. Betty Jo. Oh, no. I just realized what I just interpreted incorrectly. Deborah Ramos was not telling me that her favorite book was Nice Life with Betty Jo. She was responding nice to Nice with Life with Betty Jo. So you're responding to somebody. Betty Jo, I hope that made you laugh. But you are Anne of Green Gables. Ellen says Sweet Valley High. I'm pretty sure our librarian read them for herself. We had such a collection. They were strangely like, when you're young and you don't get certain things, like some things kind of fly over your head. It was like they were saying stuff without really saying stuff. And I never really quite got like, what kind of girl was Jessica? She seemed, like they were trying to not say it, but then Beth Taylor, you just subtract 5 to get the grade level. Oh, very clever. I did not know that. Excellent. That's a good tip. Penny Hinn, The American Girls Books. Sherry, I'm not sure you're answering the question that I just asked. I think you're talking about the one above it. Tamara, Michelle Spencer says Little Women. Beth Taylor says The Sweet Valley Twins. Jennifer Gober says Carnelli. Comelli. I think that's what it is. I'm suddenly needing my glasses. I can't see. Bonnie says My Sister Mike. I've not heard of that one. Mary Maple says all the Nancy Drew books. Oh, okay. Just selfishly, all of them. They're mine. Michelle, are you there? God, it's me, Margaret. Darlene, I was in 7th grade and discovered boys, so no books for me that year. Oh, well. You had better things to do. Okay. Let me see here. I'm trying to go back up. I lost my place again. Let me see here. Where was I? You guys sure have a lot of answers here. Wow, I was really behind. Okay, I have to just jump in somewhere. Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. That was a good book. Stephanie says the Taffy Sinclair series. Debbie Farnham, I mentioned Pet Rocks. Does anyone remember them? I remember them. Diana says Island of the Blue Dolphins, maybe. Holly Cornish says the Babysitter's Club. You can really tell the age groups based on which book series you guys mention. Tony Stamp says Beanie Malone. She was the character. I don't remember the author. Beanie Malone. That's new to me. Lidima says I've got some of your stickers, Corey. I hope that you enjoy them every minute. Buffy says maybe the Goosebumps series. Let's see. Stephanie's on board with Where the Red Fin Grows, Trixie and the Haunted Mansion. Excellent, Shauna. Thank you. Robin says The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Beth Taylor says The Little Prince. Carrie Hill says The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Nice. I like specifics. Jules didn't. She says she doesn't have one. Yaya says Anne of Green Gables. Ashley, go ask Alice. I remember the first time I read that book. That book blew my mind. That book was wow. That was an eye-opening book, and I'm pretty sure I read it younger than I should have been. That's not a book for a younger kid. That's a book for somebody. I don't even know if you should read that book in high school. Although I'm sure if kids read it now, they would think it was really outdated because kids are so much more, I don't know what the right word is, but yes, but that was a very cautionary tale book. Beth Taylor, Choose Your Own Adventure books. Those were fabulous. Whoever invented those, the idea of them was really good. Hi, Lori. We are happy to see your little face. Are you camping with us this year? I hope you are. We have camp is available to sign up right now. The post up there is pinned and you can sign up if you like. Ilian says, I have to go to bed. Your daughter has to be up at 6:30 a.m. or at church for a youth trip. I hope that she has a wonderful time. So thank you for signing up and seeing me. And I hope she has a great time. Hope she grows closer to the Lord, right? Isn't that the outcome that you hope for with youth trips? Okay, Diana's got a name for me. Nancy Drew, Secrets in the Old Attic. Nice. I am partial to the diary one, just because it had the word diary in the title. Let's see. The Secret of the Old Clock, Paper Dream Designs. Yes, thank you. I can even picture what that cover looked like too. Pippi Longstocking, The Giver. Thank you, Betsy. Thank you. I was hoping you were around because I'm like, I don't know what's being said to me, but I need someone to interpret it. So thank you, sister. Okay. Melissa Roberts, The Outsiders. Yes. Wow. You read that book at 12? Wait, maybe I read that book at 12. Okay. Okay. Yes. I understand. Cause I realize now, wait, I saw the movie. The movie was out at that age. Where the Sidewalk Ends, The Pink Motel. Okay. Well, thank you. All right. Betty Jo says, yes, it made me laugh. Now I feel so dumb. Robin says, I don't exactly remember because I was a weird child and I read Shakespeare. I hated Shakespeare. He made me feel so dumb. I do not understand why I couldn't grasp anything. I felt like I needed Cliff's Notes for everything I ever read of Shakespeare. So I'm glad that you did not feel the same and that you liked him. Let's see. Looking for some more. Arlen says Wizard of Oz. Hi, Carolyn B. Yes, I'm still here, still going strong. It's 8:30. Lori says Boxcar Children. I never read those, and I can't believe they got past me. Like I never even heard them when I was a kid. How is that possible? It was such a a lengthy series. Does that surprise you guys sometimes when you get older and look back and go, oh, I never even heard of that toy. Oh, I never even saw that or heard of that movie. How does that happen? Something is popular is what I mean, not little things. Cheryl Ann, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Vanessa Ramona Quimby, age 8. Cheryl Ann, I think it's kind of my default book. I think I'm going to go with you on A Tree Grows in Brooklyn because I feel like it's the book I've read the most repeatedly in my life. So I'm going to probably go that way myself. Or The Outsiders, one of the two. Vanessa, that's another favorite, is Blubber by Judy Blume. What was her name? Linda? And I can't remember her last name. And that book just totally reminded me of school. Like I wasn't picked on as badly. Trying to think. There's something about that story that really made me feel like they did some really cruel things to her. I mean, kids picked on me big time, but there was something specific in that story they did to her that was really mean, really mean. But I felt for her. As a chubby girl, I really felt for her. I identified with that. Hi, Debbie Farnham. She's going with Flowers in the Attic. What a weird book that was. Another weird book. That whole VC Andrews thing, weird. I don't know who she was and all the people who've written the mystery, like the ghostwriters, but all of the books that come out of that franchise are bizarre. Good night, Carrie. A Wrinkle in Time scared me. So much evil in it. I don't remember that. I don't think I read it, but I do remember seeing it, like seeing the book itself, but I don't think I read it. Angela says I still have the Flowers in the Attic movie. Yeah, Leslie, good question. Do kids even read now? Mahea, mwah, mwah, mwah. Emily says there's a choose your own adventure game at Target. Yeah. I saw them at the that game store. They had 2 of them. And they look just like the book covers. I think that's so interesting. He said that the owner said they were really good. Jen says, I loved Encyclopedia Brown. I loved those books. They always made me feel smart. Okay. Darlene says that she forgot about him. Thanks, girl. See? You have blessed Darlene with your knowledge of Encyclopedia Brown. Okay. All right, you guys ready? Good night, Serenity. You have a good weekend too. Bye, Paisley. Good night. Okay. Right. Shelley says, yes, Flowers in the Attic books were way too much, but I read them all. Yes, they were. Okay. Hi, Caroline in sunny Sweden. What time is it in Sweden where you are? I'm so happy to see your face. Okay. You guys ready for another question? Okay, so please try to just name one. I know it's tempting, but I want you to really think about it for a second. What was your very favorite song in high school? Okay, your very favorite. Think about high school. Were you a moody girl? Did you play music all? Like, did you play sad music a lot? Did you play that one song a lot? Did you? When that song came on the radio, was it your jam? Think about that one song that because I have a song that I would say was like my favorite song for I would say my entire youth. It was the same song that I loved. Okay, Rosemary's Granddaughter saying, Say You, Say Me by Lionel Richie. There you go. Caroline, it's 5:30 in the morning. We are really happy that you joined us. If you're sipping your coffee, thank you for hanging out with us. Ellen says, Walking on Sunshine. Caroline says, probably something by the new, I need my glasses. New Kids on the Block. Are they? I'm trying to remember. They're all kind of get blendy together. All I'm thinking is, oh, is that the Hanging Tough? Okay. Paper Dream says, Come on, Eileen, Dexy's Midnight Runners. Another not sure song. Like, not sure what's happening there. Lydia says, I think I also love the borrow. Oh, she's talking about books. Oh. Mahia, I did it again. Okay, so I thought Mahia was telling me that she loved me, but no, she was giving me the name of a book. Yes, I love you. I'm doing awesome on this live stream tonight. Okay, so I know that book. I totally know that book. I know which one you're talking about. I actually know that one. And so yes, but I but I don't take away my mwah from you. Okay, Rebecca says living on a prayer. We're halfway there. Sherry says Rock and Roll High School by the Ramones. Rock, 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 rock and roll high school. What? What, Mark? Sir? Okay. Anytime he makes a noise, I can hear it, and I'm assuming he needs to speak to me urgently. Phil Collins, Take Me Home. Aw, it was me and my boyfriend's song, and it still freezes me in my tracks today. Aw, isn't that interesting how memories from like years ago like that can do that to you? Let's see. NB says Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, #dance team. Shelly says I'm from Detroit and house music was the thing, and my favorite song was Planet Rock. Nice. Hi, Vanessa. Hold On by Wilson Phillips. The Girls on the Beach. Hold on for one more day. Yeah, that was a good song. Darlene says, loved Bon Jovi. I cried every time their music vids came on MTV. I wanted to marry John Bon Jovi. It's very emphatic. And so Tish, there you go. You guys could stand together at their concert. Anything Bon Jovi. Hello by Lionel Richie. Jennifer Gober says Jesus Freak by DC Talk. I was a youth group church kid. I love that because I love that, Jennifer. I think that's sweet. And I do remember that song. Justine White, New Kids on the Block. Shauna says Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody. That's a super fun song to try to sing out loud. Penny says okay, I'm horrible at pronouncing Spanish, so please forgive me. Un lugar cielo, Jackie Velasquez. Robin, wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on something so I thought I knew that one better than I do. Stacey Burns, Baby Baby by Amy Grant. Emily White, New Kids. I see a little pack of little 90s kids with their New Kids crushes. Life with Betty Jo, right? Bonnie says Love and Touch and Squeezing by Journey. That has got what do you call that? Like I don't know the music terms, what you call that, but I love the beginning of that song. Robin says, yeah, the VC Andrew books were weird. I actually met her and had her autograph one of my books. Okay, so the way I've always pictured VC Andrews was a little bit like, I know she could not have been this dramatic, but what was her name? She looked like she was that lady that looked like she was like walking Halloween, and she was very busty. Elvira. Somehow in my head, VC Andrews looked like Elvira. I'm sure she didn't look like that in real life, but I am so curious what she looked like. I couldn't even imagine what she looked like. Like for real. I know that's very exaggerated. Leslie says Machine Head by Bush. You are definitely a product of the 90s. Oh, grunge, the worst. I'm sorry. Worst music ever created. But I can appreciate if you were a teenager, then you just wouldn't see it that way. You would be like, oh, it's the best. Let's see. Okay, Tony says, In My Room. Oh, I love that song by the Beach Boys. In My Room. I can't sing. I don't even know why I try. But yeah, that's a great song. Kesia, Raspberry Beret. I'm so glad you said that. I actually make a joke of that in the workshop. I wish I could show you. Okay, I'm going to show you guys because we're on the live stream, and it's what we do. We just do the spontaneous decisions. Okay, 1 second. Let me figure out what I did with it. Okay, just because you invoked the song, now I have to show you. Okay, it has to be done. She wore a raspberry beret. Oh, please tell me it's right here. That would be so fabulous if it was. Okay. I have a version of it right here, but it's not as good as if I could. That's my backup. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll just be a moment. I'm just looking for something. Okay. You'll see this in the thing, but I just thought like, of course, it's like the one picture that refuses to be found when I need to show you. Please be in here. I cannot believe how many photos I have of these little girls. Oh, finally. Here we go. Can I please show this to you? Okay. This is just based on the fact that Kesia invoked the magic song title. Okay. Can you see that? That is literally a little doll wearing a raspberry on her head with a little flower. Mark actually constructed that little fashion. He made that for her. And so after the fact, after I got it and I edited it and printed it, that's when that song entered my head. And I was like, she literally is wearing a raspberry beret. What are the odds? What are the chances? So I had to show that to you. Okay, let's see here. I'm totally behind now. Shelly says 52. B52's Rock Lobster. Rock Lobster. Lobster. Hotel California. Faithfully by Journey. Oh, what a song to dance to at the high school, dances. Love that. Okay. I missed. Where is it? Caroline says, wow, VC Andrews looks nothing like I thought. Okay. Broken Wings by Mr. Mister. I Crossed My Heart by George Strait. REO Speedwagon. Keith Green. Oh, Michelle Johnson, you're so funny. Keith Green, There Is a Redeemer. See, you can see what a good girl you were. I wish that's what I would say, to be quite honest with you. I wish that's what I would say. You and Jennifer Gober. I wish that I could say the same thing. Ace of Base, I Saw the Sign. What a catchy song that is. Arlen says, Walking After Midnight. I love that song. I was just singing that the other day. Wish I could sing like she did. Let me see here. Okay, now I can go back down. Justin White says, Yo-Yo. You've Got a Friend by Carole King. Rhythm Is Gonna Get You Tonight. Hi, Heather. She says she's coming back after checking on the hurricane coming. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. That is her full title. And you guys were trying to help me remember the name. I appreciate that. Right, Amy? It is always in the last place you look, which is awkward on a live because you guys are just sitting there. Just sitting there. Okay, Tamara says, Time in a Bottle by Jim Croce. Tamara, is Jim Croce the one that sings Bad Leroy Brown? Or am I thinking of a different dude? If I could do something with time in a bottle. I can't remember what he's trying to do with the time in the bottle. I could spend every moment with you. Yes, Ellen. I just can't get enough by Depeche Mode. Right? But now you've changed it into Jesus, like thinking of Jesus. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. Every day I think of you. Wow. You know what? Maybe it's a good thing that some of these memories are fading and I don't remember the songs. How about that? I tell Mark that all the time. I wish you could just like push a button and just like jettison all of the secular stuff. And you're just like, woo! Wouldn't that be great? But that's not how it works. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can, something, something, something. I always liked him because he was another Corey. Okay, so yes, that was Jim Croce. Bad, bad Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole town. Better than old King Kong. Right, Ellen? Just, wouldn't that be great? Somebody should, actually, I'm sure Elon Musk is working on that. I'm sure he's working on that. He'll erase your memories for you. That's what's going on. Okay, are you guys ready for the next question? Are you guys getting tired? Is everybody ready? We still have to do our traditional 3-hour show. We still have 15 minutes, and I haven't done the other part of this. Let me see here. Okay, I'll skip to this one. What was your favorite TV show of the 80s? Okay, and think of the one quintessential show. If you could only have one TV show, because that makes it harder when you have to narrow it down to just one. This made me really think. If I could just name 10, I would name 10, but name one. What one TV show would you say like defined your favorite viewing of the 80s? And the 80s is a long span. That goes from like your childhood all up into your teenage years. So choose wisely. You get one choice. One choice. Right, Tish? Free up the ROM. And think about how much space you'd have for other things if you didn't have all the stuff. Oh, I love it. Square pegs. Square pegs, square pegs, square pegs. I remember that show. That was a young Sarah Jessica Parker. Kesia says Dallas. Nice. Who shot JR? Stacy Byrne says Family Ties. Tamara says Prince of Bel-Air. Jen says Saved by the Bell. Caroline C says 21 Jump Street. That was a young Johnny Depp. Penny says Full House. Stephanie says General Hospital. Hi, Vanessa, you're still with us. Punky Brewster. Ellen says Family Ties. Wilted Acres. Welcome. It's happy to see you. And Silver Spoons is your choice. I love these answers. Emily White, Alf, Shauna, Battlestar Galactica, Space Nerd. Hi, Betsy. She says Good Times. Good Times. Oh, I loved Good Times. It was, who was on that show? That was an adorable Janet Jackson. But my favorite character on there was their neighbor. What was her name? Was it Lavona? Why am I thinking that? That's not right. What was their neighbor? I loved her. I thought she was so fabulous. And she was always like, so like with herself, I think she's kind of snappy. I liked her. And then she ended up adopting Janet Jackson's character, Penny, because her mom was horrible and abusing her. That was a life-changing episode. I think that felt like the first time you ever saw like child abuse. Like as a kid, you didn't know, unless you lived in those circumstances, you didn't know that kids were actually treated like that. That was a really big wake-up call. But that was a really good show. Did you guys know? Here's a fun fact. I did not know this until like maybe 10 years ago, but their neighbor, the one whose name I can't remember, she sang the theme song for the Jeffersons. Moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Huh? Those are some good pipes. I'm a terrible singer. Willona. Thank you. Willona. That's her name. Yeah. I loved that. I loved how she dressed. She was sassy. Okay. I need to go scroll back up here to where I was. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Doreen, I hope that's true. I hope that's true about what your pastor said. Jennifer says Guiding Light. Rosemary says The Facts of Life. Darlene says He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Hands down. Darlene, I would not have guessed that one for you. Oh, I watched that show because my brother, we took turns. And then, so that was one of his shows that he got to watch. Debbie Paints. Hello, Debbie. She says Dukes of Hazzard. Knots Landing and Dallas for Angela. Jalen says, I was taking care of babies. I was too busy, so I didn't watch TV much. I get it. You had 5 kids. Wonder Woman, Dallas, Silver Spoons, Happy Days, Growing Pains, The A-Team, Knots Landing, Dynasty, Murder, She Wrote. Hi, Benita. I'm so happy to see you. It's been a while. Amy says The Love Boat. 30-something. Yes. That was wow. What would you even call that show? It was really ahead of its time. It was kind of like the Friends, of its era for young yuppies. That's what I would say about it. I was too young to watch it when it was on, but I watched it when it went into reruns later when I got older, and I really liked it. I really, really liked it. Right? Michelle says so much good television in the 80s. Star Trek, The Next Generation, another space nerd. Yeah, says Growing Pains. Right? Miss Grunecker, space nerd? How rude and hurtful. Hi, Renice. She says amen. Vanessa, Morgan, Mindy. Nanu. Betsy says she was hilarious. She was like JJ Walker was obviously intended to be comedic, but she was a zinger. And didn't she have like kind of a like she'd go back and forth with James, the father? Didn't they have kind of like a, what do you call that? Like kind of a repertoire where they're kind of zinging each other. I don't know what the right word is. Where would he go? I lost it again. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, let's go. Scarecrow and Mrs. King. Scarecrow and Mrs. King. The Facts of Life. Hee Haw. Good Times. Oh, Jennifer says I watch Good Times every morning. Well, I'm glad to hear it's still on the air somewhere. Michelle says my grandma made me watch Hee Haw with her. My grandparents watched Hee Haw too. I did not get that show. I didn't love it. Cheryl says I loved Square Pegs. Oh, and they watched the original Star Trek. I did not love that too. Donnie and Marie, because she's a little bit country and I'm a little bit rock and roll. I watched that show. MASH. Beans don't burn on the what is it? Beans don't burn on the griddle. Wait, beans don't burn in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Mm-hmm. Now we're up in the big leagues, getting our turn at bat. As long as we live, it's you and me, baby. There ain't nothing more than that. Well, moving on up. I really liked that show. No, I liked the song. Sorry, I didn't like the show. I did not like the Jeffersons. I thought George Jefferson was jerky. He was mean. He's mean to everybody. He's like the Archie Bunker. Weren't they spin-off shows of each other? Or one of them's the Jeffersons spun off of Archie Bunker. They're both like really jerky guys. I don't know what made those shows funny to people because they're just kind of mean. He's always mean to everybody. I'm a terrible singer. I acknowledge this. I really don't. Trust me. I don't have any illusions about my singing, but anything to make you guys laugh. Just being here to be here to be a blessing. Shelly says A Different World. I love that show. That had one of the best theme songs. That was a really good show. That was like a very different look at like college life. It was like to me, it was like such an intellectual look at college life. It was a really well done show. I really liked that. That was the spinoff show from the Cosby. Do you guys remember that? It was Denise Huxtable, and she went off to her college. And I don't know. It was a different world. You got to see a whole different kind of college than the typical stupid stuff you saw in movies. It was like a smart college for smart kids is how I always looked at it. The Cosby Show. Fantasy Island, another weirdo show. See, Stephanie Grease was so creeped out, but fascinated by that show. What is it with Fantasy Island? It was a weird show. What was there like? What made all these weird things happen? was a weird show. I don't get what it was trying to be. Was it fantasy? Was it science fiction? Was it a little bit like scary? I don't know. It was an unsettling show. That's all I know. I Love Lucy. For the amount of TV I watched, I would definitely say I probably watched a lot of I Love Lucy. Shelley says he was the black version of Archie Bunker. When you think about their personalities, they're just grumpy men. I don't know. Solid Gold. I remember that dance show. Okay, and Good Times was a spinoff of Maude. And then there's Maude. I remember. I did not watch that show. Too young for that one, but I do remember the theme song. It's funny how those stick out in your head, huh? Chips, yes. CHPS, California Highway Patrol Service. That was a great show. Eric Estrada. Okay, what did I miss? Benita, you belong to the Eric Estrada fan club. That is so cute. Okay, you guys need to confess now. Did you guys belong to any fan clubs? I did. I don't know how official it was, really. I don't remember the details, but the C. Thomas Howell fan club, Pony Boy himself, I belonged to his fan club. But secretly, because my dad could not know. I was not allowed to. I wasn't allowed to read Tiger Beat or any of that stuff, so it was a secret thing. Darlene also lived a different world. It was such a good show. Shelley says A Different World still comes on. Nice. Right, Michelle? I watched Fantasy Island like American Bandstand, Love Boat. Love Boat and Fantasy Island kind of were like that. Didn't Fantasy Island come on after the Love Boat? So it was like a Friday night thing. Yeah, super creepy. Holly says Brady Bunch and Gilligan's Island. Darlene says Dance Fever. Nice. Cheryl, not if I got to him first. She said, I'll fight you for him. She says, me too, Corey. I was going to marry him. Yes. C. Thomas Howell. He was so cute. Doreen says, back in my day, it was David Cassidy. I think I love you. Okay. Gilligan's Island. All right. Sherry belonged to the Kiss fan club. Wow. I'm judging you. Just kidding. Okay. Shannon belonged to the Christopher Knight fan club. Peter Brady. I love it. Sean Cassidy for Melissa. Michelle Spencer was in the Kirk Cameron fan club, which is great because he turned out to be a Christian. So that worked out. Terry Morales says Rick Springfield. Good night, Bonnie. Thanks for joining us. Stephanie says that she loved Ponch when she was like 4 or 5. But then she grew out of him. Let's see. Kesia says, oh, she was in 2 fan clubs, the Sean Cassidy and Barry Gibb. For Stephanie, it was Ricky Schroeder. I love it. Oh, isn't that so funny? The stuff that they think about that, how they do that to little girls. Like we were little girls and they're sitting there manipulating your mind into fantasizing about all these stupid boys. Oh, so dumb. Just to sell stuff, just to help them be famous. It's just silly. And that stuff is still powerful, still going on. Penny says the Peter Frampton fan club. Nice. Okay, Justine says that her fiance is throwing in names too, so he had to add in MacGyver. We'll accept it. And Stephanie says Little House on the Prairie. That was her favorite show. I don't know. I haven't come to a conclusion for me. I think about that's such a you think about how 10 years in TV is such a broad range of things. Like when you're a little kid, there's stuff you really love, and then when you get older, you probably have more access to the television, and you know what I mean? Like as you get older, you get more like longer, you have a longer bedtime, that kind of thing. So you end up watching things very differently. One show that I really did love, though, that I remember, and nobody mentioned it, so I'm going to mention it, was Roseanne. I did love Roseanne because I was in high school, I think, when that show was on. And I didn't notice it at the time because you rarely pay attention to these things when you're a teenager. But later in life, as I've watched it, I've gone back and watched the seasons. I realized like she's so mean to her husband. I love Dan Connor, his character. Like he's the reason why I would watch that show because she's just kind of mean. But I did like Roseanne. Remember when Menudo had a guest appearance on Silver Spoons? I remember Menudo, but I don't remember that. Good night, Ellen. Okay, so you guys are ready? We're gonna play this last little game and then we'll go to bed. Okay, I'm gonna name some taglines, okay? And you guys tell me what the name of the company or product is, okay? Yes, yes. Leslie says yes. That has always been my number one show of all time. My husband is Dan, like 100%. Love it. Oh my gosh, that's why you watch that show. It's not for Roseanne. It's for Dan Connor. I loved his character. Okay, are you guys? Justine says she's obsessed with Little House. She needs help. Everybody help her. I was in high school when it was on, so it had to have been the latter part of the 80s. So it probably came out like in 88 or 89. But I remember watching it like when it first came out, it was really good. It started going downhill towards the end, as most television shows seem to, but it was really funny when it started. And it was kind of, she was a very interesting person, how she got to be famous. She was a stand-up comedian and she was so different. She's this, very heavy woman. She has a foul mouth. She was just very outspoken. And so you didn't see people like that on TV. She was showing like middle, like not even, it was like lower class America, working class America. So she was kind of groundbreaking in a lot of ways, but she was like really mean. When I go back and watch now, I'm like, wow, she's a little bit like Archie Bunker and George Jefferson, just different. All right. You guys got your, exactly, Michelle. Those kids were smart alecky. Church kids would not have been able to handle them. All right. Are you guys ready? Okay. I am going to tell you guys the tagline and you tell me what the company or product is. First one, and don't look it up. Where's the beef? Where's the beef? Where's the beef? Oh, Rosemary's Granddaughter. How cool is that? There we go. Nice. Good job, everybody. Good job. Hi, Pam Burgett. I didn't get to say hi to you. Hi, Joanne Lay. And hi, Leslie Simmons. I think some of you I didn't get to say hello earlier, so I see your little faces now. Hi, Jessica Joe. Good job, you guys. So smart. Yes. Where's the beef? That was Wendy's. Wendy's. That was their, gosh, what a marketing campaign that was. That like seared into our brains. All right, so here's another one. This is just a tagline. The Uncola. What was the Uncola? Let me see if I can play my little bit 80s music for you. Huh? There we go. Nice. Waka, waka, waka. Am I doing a little bit of a spin? Like a little DJ spin in here with my 80s synthesizer music? That is correct. You guys are so good at this game. 7-Up. It was the Uncola. Okay. All right. So I'm going to sing the next one. I didn't actually, I knew the tagline, but I could not think of the product name. I know what the product was, but I couldn't think of the name of it. So I'll be impressed if you guys actually remember the company name of this product. Are you guys ready? So kiss a little longer. Don't be shy. So kiss a little longer. Don't be shy. Oh. Tish says, now I want a Sprite. Wow. Color me impressed. I am impressed. And Stephanie Yates, that is exactly what I wanted to say. Doesn't it feel like their taglines must have been really similar? Because my brain kept wanting to say that. So I bet if we went back and looked at the songs, they might be very samey. Okay, so their correct answer is predominantly in the chat room. It is Big Red Gum. Big Red Gum. The cinnamon gum. And it was full of kissing people, the commercial. But don't be shy. Stand a little closer. Air it extra dry, right? Doesn't that sound like it wants to be it? Benita said the same thing. So it's not, so there is something there. They're very similar. One looked at the other one's homework is what I think. Because why is there a crossover in our answers right here? Jessica says, wow, I'm losing my 80s cred. It's okay. All right, we'll hook you up, okay? I'm sure you'll know one of these. Are you guys ready? He likes it. Hey, Mikey. If you are a child of the 80s, you will know this answer. You will know it to the depth, the marrow of your bones. You will know this answer. I feel like this was one of those commercials that played all the time, especially because if you watched Saturday morning cartoons or after school shows, this was the commercial they played a lot. I feel like Captain Crunch, Trix the Rabbit, and this one. He likes it. Hey, Mikey. Life cereal. Yes. Good job, everybody. Very well played. Good job, everyone. Life cereal. All right. Okay. So I think I need to say it the way he does, and I'm not good at it. So bear with me. 1, 2, 3. The world may never know. Terrible. Yes, that is the correct character, Michelle. What is the product? Gotta know the name of the company, and you guys are doing a really good job. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, yes. That is the correct answer. It is a Tootsie Pop. How many looks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? And he handed it to that owl. So the world may never know. And I think every one of us attempted that challenge. How many licks does it take? Okay. I think the purple one, the grape one, I think that was like my favorite. 1, 2. I'm sure he does it way better than I am. I'm not helping the situation. All right. Here's one I like to say when I get up in the morning, getting ready for Bible time. Are you ready? Time to make the donuts. Time to make the donuts. What company is that? Whoa. Uh-oh. That's my red light warning. That's my I'm tired and I want to go to bed warning. If you guys see the red light, it doesn't mean what you think it means. It means my husband he's flashing the lights. It's time to go. Clear out the dance floor. All right. Dunkin' Donuts. Yikes. Oh my, somebody's trying to blind me out of here. All right. He doesn't know, though. He doesn't know how determined I am. Are you guys ready? Let's see. Reach out and touch someone. Reach out and just say hi. All right, that's our last one apparently. The lights are up. All the magic is gone. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Jessica, my friend, you have earned all your 80s credit back because only an 80s kid would know that Pacific Bell or Mountain Bell or Southwest Bell originally was Ma Bell. I literally just told that to Mark last night. Because my dad worked for Pacific Bell for 30 years. But when I was a little kid, my parents always called it Ma Bell because it was this big conglomerate, and the government said, nope, you got to slice it up because it's too, whatever they call that thing when you've taken over. So yes, so you've earned your credit. I give it to you. But technically, it is AT&T, but technically they got AT&T purchased the other. So when we were kids, it was the Bell system, but AT&T bought them. But it was reach out and touch someone. I'm gonna sneak one in. Okay, one last one. We wear short shorts. And that's my last one. We wear short shorts. Near, 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 near. They wear short shorts. Thank you guys. The word is monopoly. That is correct. It was a monopoly and they told him to chop it up. Hey, Sharon Page. All right. Good job, everyone. Excellent. I am so proud of you. You guys knew so many of these. All right. So that's what you can look forward to at camp. We'll be having a fun 80s theme. So we'll be doing some trivia night. We'll be doing a costume contest. We're going to do some just reminiscing all throughout our time together. So I really hope that you're able to join up. I'm going to talk to my partner in crime in there about our deadline for registration. But in the meantime, I really do hope that you're able to sign up, and I appreciate every last one of you for joining me tonight on this fun live. What a fun Friday. And I appreciate your encouragement you gave me, and I appreciate that you guys signed up for camp. We genuinely appreciate that very much, and it's going to be super fun. It's number 5. And thank you, Miss Angela, for the love. Thank you guys for giving me encouragement, telling me to come back. Come back to this channel. That's the plan, okay? And hold me to it. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being with me. It was super fun. This was like a nice little taste of what we'll be doing in camp. And I genuinely cannot wait to watch you guys come up with fun little mini-me's and all the cute things you'll do with them. So love your little faces. Remember our little game. Say, oh, playmate, come out and play with me. That's what we'll be doing, okay? So I love your little faces, you guys. You guys sleep well. If you are interested in joining us for Bible time, we will be doing that at 9:30 a.m. We do it 6 days a week, and we'll be doing that on the First Love Club YouTube channel. So you are welcome to join us 6 days out of the week. We'll be there doing a live stream. Okay? Love your faces, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you really soon. Mwah. Bye, everybody. Say, oh, playmate, come